Good morning, everyone. I kindly request every one of you to take the seat.
How many are there? Hello? 10. Hello, Priyanka. How many veterinary officer has come? No, that is online. In offline, they have reached there.
Mm.
वो चीज रजिस्ट्रेशन तो तुम वहाँ बैठा के ना कमेटी रूम में वहीं पे करवा लो, क्योंकि डायरेक्टर साहब यहाँ आ गए हैं, उनका कमिश्नर और डायरेक्टर कितने दिन पहुंचेंगे, वो ऑनलाइन करेंगे जाना उनके डायरेक्टर को। अच्छा, वो मैडम श्री रूपा और वो फिजिकल आ रहे हैं वहाँ पे, वो कितने बजे आएंगे?
हाँ जी।
डायरेक्टर साहब आते
SBI, sir.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. I request our Joint Director and Dr. Manjunatha Patel, Co-Organizing Secretary, to show the exhibits of IVRI. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome, sir. I request every one of you to take the seat and please maintain the silence.
I have also in Mukesh, it's a different campus you have. Mukesh, that is in the, yeah, Uttarakhand it is. Mr. Yeah. Mhm. Is that where they have? Bareilly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, warm good morning to every one of you. Today, IVRI is hosting a workshop cum interface meeting on advances in health and production of the dairy cows. On behalf of the organizing committee, I welcome every one of you to this program. Now, I request Joint Director Dr. Pallab Chaudhary to honor the chief guest Madam Sri Rupa, Commissioner, Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Sciences, Government of Karnataka, with a floral bouquet. Sir, please. Again, I request our Joint Director to present a bouquet to the guest of honor, Dr. S. Manjunath S. Palegar, Director, Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Sciences, Government of Karnataka. Now, I request our Joint Director, Dr. Pallab Chaudhary, and Dr. Manjunatha Patel, co-organizing secretary of the program, to take the dignitaries to inaugurate the program by lighting the lamp. Sir, please. And now, I request our Joint Director, Dr. Pallab Chaudhary.
Good morning. Department. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಾ ಆಂಬ್ಯುಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಾ ಅಂತ
ಅವ್ರೇನು 1 ಮಂತ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು
ಶುಭೋದಯ.
ನೀವು 1 month ಪ್ರಯರೇ ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ. ಹಂಗೆ
Meeting and the workshop on advances in health and production of dairy cows being organized by IVRI Bangalore campus. This is indeed a momentous occasion where our esteemed veterinary colleagues from Karnataka and the learned faculties of IVRI will be sharing their thoughts and experiences on livestock health and production. IVRI is regularly hosting this interface meeting, and we are very much delighted to have one such meeting today with the field veterinarians of Karnataka. At the outset, we cordially welcome the Director and the Vice Chancellor of IVRI Deemed University, Dr. Triveni Dutt, for chairing the session. Sir, we are very much thankful to you and happy that you have for your benign presence and presiding over the program. I extend a warm welcome to our chief guest of today's program, Srimati Sri Rupa Ji, the Commissioner, Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, for accepting our request to join this interface meeting. Madam, your gracious presence has made this program more eventful. With your dynamic leadership and guidance, the department is successfully implementing the schemes and program in the state. Thank you for sparing your valuable time to grace the occasion. I heard a hearty welcome to Dr. Manjunath Palegar, Director, Animal Husbandry Department, Karnataka. Sir, you play the pivotal role for the veterinary services in the state. My earnest thanks to you, sir, for joining and making this program successful. Welcomes are due to my joint director colleagues, Dr. Rupsi Tiwari, Joint Director Extension for actively coordinating the interface meeting. Joint Director Research, Dr. S.K. Singh. Joint Director Academy, Dr. S.K. Mendiratta. Joint Director Mukteshwar, Dr. Y.P.S. Malik. Joint Director Cadred, Dr. Sohini De. Here we have with us additional directors from the department, Dr. P. Srinivasu, Dr. Prasad Murthy, Dr. K. Shivarudrappa, Dr. Jayana H.S. and Dr. Pampavati J. I welcome you all. Also we have with us Joint Directors Dr. B. Prasanna Kumar and Dr. M.B. Nagaraju. Thank you all for joining this program, sir. I also welcome all the station in charges, head of the division, and faculties of IVRI joining from the headquarters and from here on the auditorium. Thank you all. On behalf of the institute, I extend a hearty welcome to all the veterinary colleagues participating from this auditorium and through online mode. We are very much thankful to you for active participation and making this program a successful one. Dear colleagues, we wish that this workshop and the interface meeting will be very effective to establish a stronger collaboration among the research scientists and the field veterinarians, and also to identify new researchable issues and to establish a better linkage with the animal husbandry department. Wholeheartedly, I welcome you all again. Thanking you all. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir, for the kind words. Now I request Dr. Roopsi Tiwari, Joint Director, Extension Education, IVRI Bareilly, for the opening remarks. Ma'am, please.
A very good morning to you all. Hope I am audible. Dr. Narayanan, am I audible? Dr. Narayanan, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am.
Now, whether I am audible in the Bengaluru campus?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, most respected Madam Shri Rupa, IAS, Honorable Commissioner, Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, Government of Karnataka, and the Chief Guest of this function, Dr. Manjunath Palgar, Director, Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, Government of Karnataka, Guest of Honor, Dr. Triveni, Director and Vice Chancellor, IVRI, Dr. S.K. Singh, Joint Director Research, Dr. S.K. Mendiratta, Joint Director Academic, Dr. Sohini De, Joint Director Cadred, Dr. Pallab Chaudhary, Joint Director Bengaluru Campus, Dr. Yashpal Malik, Joint Director Mukteshwar Campus, all the head of the regional stations, joint directors and all the senior officials of the veterinary officer and the veterinary officers of the State Department of Animal Husbandry of Karnataka, who have either joined virtually at the IVRI Campus Bengaluru or are joined virtually with us. All the head of the divisions of IVRI, chairpersons, coordinators, rapporteurs, and speakers of the technical sessions, and scientists of IVRI and other campuses. Once again, a warm welcome to the workshop on advances in the health and production of dairy cows and the interface meet with the veterinary officers of the Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, Karnataka. This is the third workshop and the meeting with the State Department of Animal Husbandry this year. Earlier, we had 2 more such meetings with the State Department of Animal Husbandry of Himachal Pradesh and the Maharashtra states. The purpose of the these interface meeting is mainly to actually update the officials about the latest advances in the field of animal health and production. We want to also showcase our technologies that we have developed, the research breakthroughs, and also to discuss on the present issues that are being faced by the VOs in the department. One of the important mandate of the meeting is to generate niche-based researchable issues by having a dialogue with the various stakeholders and also to develop collaborative extension, research and teaching programs and promote the technology transfers. Last year, we had organized 10 such interface meetings with the state departments, industries, and the Krishi Vigyan Kendras and the Ataris also. This year also, two interface meet with the State Department of Animal Husbandry we have already organized. One meeting with the KVKs and Ataris of Zone 4, 5, 6, and 7 is completed. 2 other industry academia meets we have already organized at IVRI Campus Bengaluru with 5 industrial houses. And apart from that, Mainly, we are organizing these meets to also present some of the important topics that have been maybe taken up in the yesteryears as an important issue. So this particular meet has also along with it a workshop wherein we will be having some presentations. One will be on the foot and mouth disease occurrence management and control in cattle, recent advances in diagnosis and treatment and control of mastitis, treatment and management of infertility in dairy cows, and also a presentation on ivory technologies. Today, we are having in this program a registration of 211 officials of the State Department of Animal Husbandry, apart from a large number of faculty and students who have joined virtually. And we've also seen, because the link is virtual, we are having participation from a number of state agriculture universities, state veterinary universities, and Krishi Vigyan Kendras also. So before going further, let's look at the responses and the ATR of the last meet that we had. So basically, last year, we didn't have an exclusive meet with the State Department of Animal Husbandry, Karnataka, although we had an interface meet with all the State Department of Animal Husbandries of all the states and union territories of the country on 23rd September 2023. Please show the PPT. PowerPoint mode. Yeah, next slide, please. Next slide, please. So, back, yeah. So these were the points that were raised by the State Department of Animal Husbandry, especially the director, Dr. Manjunath Palkarji. These 4 points were raised during that meet. Variability of the LSD virus affinity among indigenous cattle and crossbred cattle and buffalo. So the point was identified for J.D. Mukteshwar, and the response received is this. Both indigenous cattle and crossbred cattle are affected with comparable disease severity, although the LSDV causes mild infection in buffaloes. However, IVRA has not taken up any specific study to study the host affinity of LSDV. Second point was development of farmer-friendly pregnancy diagnostic kits. So SDAR was interested with the point. So the division is already in the process of developing such a kit, and this will be soon released after a few more months of validation. Then third was vaccine for mycoplasmosis. So, yeah. ये तो बंदी हो गया. So this was interested with the B&M division. So our B&M division, bacteriology and mycology division, has already started research for the development of bivalent vaccine for mycoplasmosis in goats. This vaccine will include the Mycoplasma mycotis subspecies capri and Mycoplasma aglexia. The initial trial in laboratory animal model, that is rabbit, has been started, and this will be followed by the experimentation in the target host, that is goats. The fourth issue was issue of neonatal mortality in lambs and calves. So interested with these divisions, HD, LPM, medicine and pathology. So already a document on package of practices has been developed wherein neonatal calf and lamb management has been provided, and that is already uploaded on the IVRA website. Apart from that, the Division of Medicine has tested some homeopathic medicine against the neonatal diarrhea, which in turn will help in reducing the calf mortality, specifically in neonatal calves. Apart from that, the issue has already been taken up in one of the network projects, so that will be dealt in the later sessions now, after this program. Next, please. Yeah, so these are the responses to the registration of the veterinary officers in this particular meet. So we are having 85% male veterinarians, apart from that 14% female veterinarians. And these are the educational qualifications. So majority of those who have registered are master degree holders, apart from 35% graduate and 16% PhD degree holders also. So most of the participants today are the veterinary officers of Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, followed by the ICR institutes, scientists. And apart from that, 12% are from the state veterinary universities and agriculture universities. Apart from that, some from KVKs and other institutes as well. So we've asked whether you have attended any previous such meeting with IVRI. So most of them have not attended such interface meet. So it's good. This is the first time we will be interacting with them. So we have asked most significant problems of livestock in your region through our Google form. And this is the response that we have tried to gather here. So mainly reproductive disorders, especially repeat breeding, infertility, and estrus and uterine torsion were reported. Apart from that, some metabolic and nutritional deficiency diseases like milk fever, Downer cow syndrome, hypoglycemia, and thalitis in buffalo were reported. Mastitis was reported by a huge number of veterinarians. Hemoprotozoan diseases, especially theileriosis and trypanosomiasis, were reported. Poisoning was also reported by a few of them. Infectious diseases, especially FMD and LSD, were reported. Tick infestation, antibiotic resistance, low productivity, and non-descriptive breeds was again an issue. Pneumonia in sheep and goats were reported by only few of the people. Non-specific diarrhea, only few of the people. Although inadequate feed and reduced grazing land were also an important issue that was raised. Problems faced in diagnosis and treatment of animals. So majority have reported that they require actually pen-side diagnostic kits. These they are not having. The problem another was lack of well-equipped laboratory at the field level, lack of technical staff, lack of refresher courses, similar symptoms for most different diseases. So basically they want to learn about the differential diagnosis and the failure of therapy due to the antimicrobial resistance. So these are some of the important issues that they are facing for diagnosis and treatment of animals. Then what are the technologies required by the veterinary officers? So these were their responses. Rapid diagnostic kits for various diseases like hemoprotozoan disease, subclinical mastitis, and milk fever. Hands-on training in recent disease diagnostic methods, frequent seminars and workshops. So actually, IVRA is organizing a number of training programs, and customized trainings we can organize on the demand of the State Department of Animal Husbandry of Karnataka. Interpretation of disease conditions on the basis of lab reports. This is what they require. Continuing veterinary education programs they want, and telemedicine platforms also they require. They also require some tools and techniques for their labs like X-ray machines, ultrasonography machines, autoanalyzer. They also want handheld ultrasonography or camera-mounted AI guns. And also they require advanced technologies. Basically, they were talking about the automation of the farms and precision livestock farming. So we have grouped that into this particular head. Area in which you require training. So these were the areas they have required training: surgical techniques, new generation technologies in vaccine diagnostics, ultrasonography and radiography, recent advancements in medicine, especially they were talking about homeopathy, then biological production, biological products, basically with standardization and GMP facilities they want to learn, AMR, antimicrobial resistance areas, infertility and reproductive disorders, biosecurity and validation of technology, integrated farming system. They also talked about getting training in extension activities because they are telling that we don't know how to convince farmers to grow fodder, especially they are talking about Malnad area, because that Malnad area, most of the people, they have stopped all type of farming and they've shifted into areca plantation. Then control of ticks and hemoprotozoan diseases. They want training on this, and viral disease forecasting. So either they want training or maybe they want that forecasting, some tools and techniques. So there is a tool and app by Nivedi which can forecast 13 diseases. So LDF app it's called, and you can download that. These are the technology requirements of livestock farmers. So basically, these veterinary officers, they have talked about this, what the farmers need. So they are telling awareness program for farmers is required in that particular area, especially for disease management and scientific rearing and marketing. Rapid test kits, especially for mastitis, theileria, heat detection, PD, control of vectors, disease forecasting, online consultation and quick access to qualified vets, training and scientific approach for dairy business. Feed and fodder trainings, they especially require training on urea enrichment, silage making, balance feeding and fodder cultivation, low cost and quality treatment options, acute mastitis treatment, CMT test and related knowledge, sheep helpline and support, although we cannot support in that, but yeah, the department can do, diagnostic labs and technologies to boost milk production. Would you like to suggest any researchable issues that we can take up? So these are the points they have raised. A treatment of acute mastitis was one of the issues, mixed infections, AMR, plant poisoning, early and specific disease diagnosis, metabolic disorders and their management, multivariant, combined vaccine for mastitis, thermostable biologicals, induced estrus after parturition, pregnancy diagnostic kits, sex-sorted semen, ectoparasite control, vector control, especially through biological methods. That is what they require. Cost-effective feed development, control of mastitis and control of thalitis in buffaloes. They also want such vaccines which are either annual or lifetime. They do not want vaccines that have to be repeatedly provided booster at 3 months or 6 months. That is what they require. And they also want disease resistance identification in gene pool and the heat resistance identification in the gene pool. So this is what they require. And these are some suggestions to make the interface meet more helpful as provided by them. They want that field-oriented issues should be discussed, one-to-one conversation, emphasize more on practical aspects. Hands-on training on latest technology and skills. Such sessions should be frequently organized. All PowerPoint material to be shared. So that all we will be uploading on the website. Conduct on-site mode meet and review meet at all districts involving stakeholders. And conduct interface in offline mode with practical exposure. So we are doing it in hybrid mode. Many of the times we have it in offline mode as well. So we can change as per the requirements of the stakeholders. So with this, these were the requirements as presented in the Google Forms by the veterinary officers. Although the particular program is for having a live interaction with the veterinary officers who are here and who have joined physically through the second session, that is the interaction session. So with this, thank you all very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for setting the stage and updating the action taken on the issues raised by the veterinarians of Karnataka to the House. Before I invite Dr. Manjunath S. Palegar, sir, Director, Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Sciences, I would like to provide a brief introduction about him. Dr. Palegar is a graduate of Bangalore Veterinary College. He earned his BVSc in 1988 and MESc in 1990. It's noteworthy to mention that Sir is a gold medalist. He has served the Animal Husbandry Department for more than 25 years in various capacities. Apart from that, Sir has also served Karnataka Milk Federation as Deputy Director, as well as Executive Director served as Executive Director for the Home and Development Department. Now, I request Dr. Palegar for the introductory remarks. Sir, please.
Honorable dignitaries, including our Commissioner, Sri Rupa Madam on the dais, and also my friend Dr. Pallab Chaudhary, a Joint Director of IVRI, and also the Mr. Dr. B.H. Manjunath Patel, and all the others who have joined through video conferencing, and some of our officers also joined here as online, offline mode. I am congratulating the IVRI people because this is the first time that this IVRI organized such meeting with us in Bangalore. Though it is very nearer and next to our office, first time we visited this type of interface meetings. I am very happy because this happens because our friend Pallab Chaudhary has taken so much of strain to conduct this one. I thank Dr. Pallab Chaudhary in this regard because the Karnataka is a very emerging state in the this animal husbandry field, and we have taken so many steps in the field. I wanted to tell shortly about this one. Whatever you have told, mostly we have adopted all those things. In Karnataka, we have adopted a small diagnostic laboratory in the taluka level. Almost we have taken up at 80 places. We have provided immunoanalyzer, biochemical analyzer, and so many other small diagnostic kits. And also we are establishing 17 disease diagnostic laboratories at district levels with the help of IH and VB. That is from Karnataka veterinary universities. And we have already another 13 diagnostic laboratories at the district level. They are already working, and one at the Hesarghata, one is at Banerghata for the wildlife. So totally we are establishing one diagnostic laboratory in district place and one at the taluka places. Now this year we are going to establish another 60 so that we can going to complete all 240 taluks in the next coming years. So we are giving our veterinarians equipped diagnostic facilities, and also we are providing other diagnostic facility at district polyclinics. None other than the other states, Karnataka is the only state which has established all 32 polyclinics in the district places. We are providing class 1 surgeries in the diagnostic the polyclinics as well as specialty hospitals in the division level. You can see so many surgeries and all the equipments, what are the necessary for surgeries and diagnostics and other things we have already provided. They are on when they put to use in all the 32 divisional polyclinics and also the specialty hospitals. I request IVRI higher ups and also our friend give some more valuable suggestions in regarding the controlling the diseases in cows, kids, and lambs, because nobody is noticing about the nobody is noticing about the deaths of kids and cows, because the day from the they are dying in the day 1 or 1 or 2 weeks. By that time we reach there, the everything will be closed. So we are not coming to these are all not coming to the notices of our field veterinarians and also the scientists. So I requesting the IVRI people to focus more on the cows and also kids. This is very essential for the farmers on the economic importance. And the lastly, I wanted to tell our Chaudhary friend, because we have got whenever visited this thing, no, the diagnostic kits he has displayed here. We are finding some difficulty in getting all those diagnostic kits. If possible, I requesting you to give some of the kits on free basis to at least our farms. We have got 32 farms of wool mother farms, and conservation of farms are also there. So I requesting the Pallav Chaudhary at least to give us some of the kits to our bull stations and also bull mother farms. So I request the IVRI people also to give some wide publicity at least in the our government departments regarding their kits, so that we can use it or purchase it if possible. So I requesting you better to give in the free of cost. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure that our team would have taken note of all the points that you have raised regarding the calf mortality, lamb mortality, and the provision of kits to the farm, sir. Now, before I invite Srirupa madam, I would like to give a brief introduction about ma'am. Madam Srirupa hails from Chikmagalur district of Karnataka. After completing her master's in environment science, Madam joined the Karnataka Administrative Service in 1999. She has served in various departments, including revenue, health and family welfare, excise, tourism, mines, and geology. Currently, Ma'am is serving as Commissioner, Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Sciences, as well as Director of Sericulture Department. Now, I request Madam Srirupa to address the gathering. Ma'am, please.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. The dignitaries on the dais and the August gathering. Today, as we assembled in a workshop of Advance in Health and Production of Dairy Cows, is the appropriate to the present context. It is an honor to stand before you to remember the father of White Revolution, Dr. Varghese Kurian. He is a visionary known for the milk production movement in India. By empowering the farmers to build a strong cooperative and increase the production of milk. Due to this, the India will stand #1 in milk production, and Karnataka is in 8th rank. And the GDP contribution to Karnataka is a 4%. But we are lagging behind the animal productions. We have to formulate the policies to increase the animal production, and the workshop will come out with the new policies and increase the per animal productions. Karnataka being the progressive state, as the Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, there are, as our director said, we have established laboratories to control the diseases, and the check post has been establishing in future for borders states to control the diseases. And has the that workshop, the production of dairy cows issues will be there. For that, the government of India is taking a measures under NLM, that artificial inseminations, and even the sex sorted summons for female calf productions. And for under NLM scheme also, we are going to give so many, means the why this the people will be less concentrating on the this dairy farming, means nowadays, due to these urbanizations, the most of the agriculture's land is converted into urbanization, and the most of the youths are diverting into the what they are not interested in the animal husbandry sector also, and agriculture. So we want to more develop interest in agriculture, this animal husbandry. For that, the government of India under NLM scheme, National Livestock Mission, entrepreneur development scheme, they have come out with very good schemes. Through that, even the educated person will also, for example, the software people is also coming under that schemes, and they are taking that advantages. So why I'm telling this means, see, nowadays we are not seeing when we see the census of the cattle population or any livestock population, every 5 years once it will be declining is going on. So we want to increase our livestock population because there is an imbalance in the society. See, the human population is increasing and the livestock population will be declining. So for that reason, as a scientist and as our veterinarians, we have to come out with so many schemes, and even the government is making a policy to increase the livestock populations. So I would like to say that our animal husbandry department is doing good work in doing the time-to-time insemination to the cattle. For example, FMD, LHD, and brucellus, and even PPR. They have made a schedules and they are doing and they are controlling. Because of it is IVRI bonding, I want to tell that in this situation that our IVRI and the department has to go together. So then only we can achieve something. This workshop will come out for a more appropriate solution to control the diseases and finding a solution to consumption-related problems. As the outset, I would like to congratulate all the scientists and the staff of IVR for their this contribution to the field of animal diagnosis and the productive programs. I hope this workshop will come out with more appropriate way to forward into the era of awareness and technological advancement. Let us remember that it is not just a responsibility, it is an opportunity to serve our nation. Let us work together as a department and IVR. If we work together, we can control so many issues. Thank you very much and all the very best.
Thank you, ma'am, for updating the gathering about the programs implemented by the Karnataka government on the animal husbandry department, and especially this thing use of sex-acted cements. And you told that we have to forge an alliance. I still remember that before the initiation launch of FMD vaccination program every 6 months, we get a letter of invitation from your office. And recently, I and my colleague, we attended the meeting in which you spearheaded, ma'am. Thank you. So we are always ready for having a collaboration with you. So we will move further, ma'am. Thank you. Now, I request our Director and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Triveni sir, for his presidential address. Sir, thank you. Please.
A very good morning to all of you. Chief guest of today's function, Srimati Sri Rupa, Commissioner, Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, Government of Karnataka. Dr. Manjunath S. Paligre, Director, Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, Government of Karnataka. Senior officials of Department of Veterinary Animal Husbandry from Government of Karnataka. Esteemed Joint Director colleague from IVRI and the Joint Director colleague joined from Mukteshwar, and also Dr. Pallab Chaudhary from Bangalore. In charge Eastern Regional Stations, IVRI, Velgachia, Kolkata, Dr. Sen. In charge Regional Center, Palampur, IVRI Palampur, Dr. Gorakhmal. Dr. Aithal, in charge, Pune, IVRI Center. Dear distinguished head of divisions of IVRI, joined physically as well as our colleagues, they have also joined virtually. I, and on behalf of IVRI fraternity, welcomes our chief guest, Dr. Srimati Sirupa and Dr. Manjunath S. Paligare, and also the officials, senior officials joined physically and virtually from the government of Karnataka. I am extremely sorry. Myself and my whole team, they were planning to join physically, but due to some unavoidable circumstances, we could not join. We lost this opportunity to interact physically with our senior officials at Mukteshwar, at Bengaluru. So my gratitude to all the senior officials of the government of Karnataka who joined physically and joined virtually on this workshop on advance in animal health production, especially dairy cows. So for IVRI, this is the very important platform, not only to disseminate our package of practices and technologies to state line department, but also to generate a researchable issues and making the researchable agenda for R&D activities of IVRI. During last the important meetings of Director of Animal Husbandry, which was chaired by Honorable Animal Husbandry during Government of India, we have captured important 4 points from the Government of Karnataka. Thanks to the Dr. Manjunath, raising a very important and vital issues related to animal husbandry. And on these 4 aspects, we have taken actions or we have initiated our R&D activities. In the past, a series of interface meet we have organized with the state line department, and based on the need of the state, we have also initiated our R&D and QC activities of IVRI. So this is a very important platform for IVRI as far as the generation of researchable issues are concerned. As we are aware that IVRI is a heritage institute of veterinary science and animal sciences. We have started our journey during 1889, roughly approximately 135 years, a glorious journey we have completed. And we have providing services to the nation through our 3 important campuses and 3 important regional stations located at different parts of the country. We have full-fledged 6 joint directorate and 19 full-fledged research divisions, 28 sections, including 15 scientific sections and 13 service sections. We are also maintaining 14 germplasm across 8 various livestock farms. Currently, we have 188 scientists engaged in various health, production, and value additions R&D activities. We have total strength 867 across various regional stations and campuses. In addition to this, these our physical various directorate, research divisions, and livestock farms. We have other important central facilities for R&D activities. We have full-fledged the deemed university. The deemed university status have been provided to IVRI way back 1983, and the most significant contributions of IVRI, because of the distinctiveness in R&D related to the veterinary biologicals, we have been recognized to eradicate 4 important diseases from the country and 1 disease from the globe. So these diseases are include rinderpest, CBPP, Dorine horses, and African horse sickness. During 2014, when we have completed 125 years, the Government of India have recognized IVRI to release a special postal cover and the stamp. Our campus at IVRI Mukteshwar have been recognized as the World Referral Laboratories in the network of under the network of PPR. So as far as our technology portfolio is concerned, although the details will be deliberated by our colleagues, Dr. Anuj Chauhan, a total number of 103 technologies have been developed by IVRI, including 50 various important vaccines. A total number of 47 technologies we have commercialized to 103 commercial houses, wherein we have generated the revenue to the tune of 17 crore rupees. The technologies commercialized are 13 vaccines, 9 diagnostics, 4 therapeutics, and 4 animal feed and nutrition technologies, 7 livestock products, and 7 engineering designs which we have registered. Recently, we have also developed 2 very important breeds. These breeds are Brindavani, which is the crossbred strain of Haryana with Holstein Friesian, Tharparkar, and Horizon Friesian, Brown Swiss, and Jersey. So this breed which we have developed is a potential breed for North India, having a potential of producing 3,500 kg milk in a lactation, and this breed have a capability of converging a good feed efficiency, and also this breed a medium breed. And recently we have also developed a crossbreed stand in the name of Landley, having a blood from Landrace and the local breed of pig. We have also documented and registered two important breeds, that is Rohilkhandi and the goat, and also the pig of Gurra breed. Pig namely Gurra. We have been granted patents and registered design and copyright a total number of 104, including 34 patents, 24 design registered, and 45 our copyright registered. We have also developed a total number of 64 ICT tools which are having a wider outreach, around 407 lakhs plus downloads and views across 134 countries. Recently, we have also developed the 3 important chatbot and also the online veterinary clinic, wherein we have a wider reach to distantly located states. The deemed university status have been given to IVRI 83. Before 83, the postgraduate colleges were we are providing degree under the affiliation of Agra and Rohilkhand University. And we are into the veterinary trainings and veterinary professional trainings, and also the persons working in the military way back 1900. From 1900, we are into the veterinary teaching and training. From 94, the college of from 1954, the PG College of Veterinary Science have been recognized, and 83, the deemed university have been established. We are imparting the master degree in various 19 discipline and PhD in various 17 discipline. And we have also introduced BBSC during 2015. Or recently, we have also initiated BTech Biotech and MBA in veterinary business management. From the current academic year, recently we have also initiated a very important training programs for veterinary officials. A total number of 19 training programs have been introduced, including 23 our national diploma and 67 our various vocational trainings, customized training for veterinary officials. So these are our main activities which we are doing, and as informed by our colleagues that ma'am is having another important meeting, so she has to leave at the earliest. I think some of the important national services which IVR is providing, we will be talking later on. Now, I would like to request Dr. Pallav that kindly proceed the programs further, since ma'am is leaving for some urgent works. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request Dr. Pallav sir and Dachama madam to felicitate our chief guest. Ma'am. Now I request Dr. Pallav Chaudhary and Dr. Manjunatha Patel to felicitate the guest of honor. I request our director sir to continue the speech.
So we were talking about the national services provided by the IVRI. We have an opportunity to provide technical backstopping to various NADCP and disease health control programs. And I am really glad to share to all of you that the disease covered under NADCP, the 4 important diseases covered under NADCP, the vaccines have been developed by IVRI. We are also providing not only the technological backstopping, but also the various kind of diagnostics and the reagent required for the department. We are also providing the training programs for the veterinary officials working directly to these NADCP programs. We have been given the the status of Center for Disease CDL, and the IVRI is also acting as a government analyst. So the quality control testing of veterinary biological is also the responsibility of IVRI. Whatever the vaccines used in the field or whatever the vaccines imported from overseas and used in the field, the IVRI is the only institute providing the certificate to use the vaccines in the field. And we have a full-fledged biological products division, production division, wherein we are up to 1972, we were given the responsibility to provide all the veterinary biologicals required for the nation. Now we have made capable to various vaccines manufacturers. So they are in, and also the state biologicals. They are independently producing various type of vaccines and biologicals for as per the requirement of the nation. But still now we are the only institute supplying the antigens and the diagnostic reagents to various state biologicals, universities, and various organizations. The supply of seed culture is also our responsibility. We have roughly on an average 36 various type of biologicals we have supplied to various state line department and also the various industry. We have a full-fledged Joint Directorate of Cataract. The responsibility of the Joint Directorate of Cataract is attending outbreaks and providing national advisory to the state whenever and wherever we are observing the outbreaks. The zoos, safaris, and the rescue centers established across various states of the countries, the health and various type of providing managemental practices have been given by IVRI. Regularly, we are providing health coverage to various zoos located at various part of the country. And we are regularly providing services related to the postmortem, providing consultancies and the disease diagnosis in various zoos through our Center for Wildlife. Our Center of Wildlife have been recognized as a referral center for wildlife healthcare by Central Zoo Authority, Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change. So these are the national services we are providing to the nation. And as far as the requirement of the state is concerned, the most important of this, the requirement which we have observed across the state, that the refresal courses and also the imparting customized training program. So we are regularly providing the training programs as and when we receive the request of the state. Keeping in view of the requirement of the state, we have also introduced customized courses, certificate courses, and the training programs for the state officials. So we have also introduced 5 national diploma through online and distance learning programs. So my submission to the state, that whenever they required the updations of knowledge or refresher courses, kindly visit our website. On the website, we have described in detail about our various capacity building programs imparted by IVRI. The government of Karnataka really the first time we are organizing the conferences, but several interfaith course meetings we have organized with leading NGOs of the Karnataka. We have on board some of important leading NGOs and whenever they required our services, as far as our capacity building of the manpower or some other customized trainings, I think we are regularly providing to the state of the Karnataka. And the requirement today, which we have analyzed, I think we are fully capable providing the services the need as per the need of Karnataka. And some of the researchable issues have also been raised by the officials. I think some of the issues we are already dealing, and for some of the issues we have already developed technologies, and some of the important issues like mastitis and also the reproduction problems, infertility problems. We have also initiated the consortium research programs to solve these important two issues, to address these issues. So the therapeutics and the prophylactics measures, the research we have already initiated as far as this mastitis is concerned. We have a lead. We have attained the lead to develop vaccines for mastitis, and some of the therapeutics measures we have also taken a lead. I think very soon we will be providing the product to the nation. And as far as the fertility problems is concerned, I think we have already flagged the important issues related to management, are related to nutritional problems, are related to hormonal imbalances. So these issues, I think we have already flagged, and we have decided the timeline also. And within 2 years, we will be providing the scientific package of practices for optimal the reproduction health. So these are the problems we have already addressing, and some of the new problems raised by our officials. I appreciate the concern of the government, and very soon these issues will be taken as per our researchable agenda, in our researchable agenda, and the possible solutions, I think we will be able to provide to the state at the earliest. So my thanks to all the officials who have raised a very vital issues for our researchable agendas, and also they have also issues, they raised the issues regarding the requirement of various capacity building programs. The refresal course, I think very soon we will be able to provide either through online or offline. As far as the diagnostics requirement of the state is concerned, I think the Honorable Director of Animal Husbandry, he has issued a very vital point. He has raised a very vital point. I think this issue can be solved, and I think my request to Dr. Pallab Chaudhary, kindly see the requirement of the government of Karnataka, and we will try how best we can provide the technology of various type of diagnostics And also my submission that if we have a technologies for the diagnostics, I think it is very easy to transfer to state government. And if they need at all need the diagnostics in a some the requirement which we will be able to supply, we will also supply. And we always believe to strengthen the linkages. We will try to come up with the expectation of government of Karnataka, and we'll see how best we can strengthen our linkages. And in future, we believe that the linkages between IVRI and the government of Karnataka will be strengthened in order to serve the livestock owner. And today we have also planned some of the important lectures for our senior officials working in various areas of animal husbandries and veterinary sciences. So I think these lectures will also be very beneficial to all the officials. And my submission to the officials of government of Karnataka, kindly flex the customized courses which the government required as far as the reference or referral courses. So these courses can be well developed as per the requirement. Some of the courses we have already, we are already on board with our deemed university, and some of the course can be customized as per the requirement of the state. So these courses can be introduced either through online or through our face-to-face classes. So I think this is from my side, and I am extremely grateful to the officials of the state government who made it possible to attend this important workshop. And I am also thankful to our team of Bengaluru campus who have made a lot of effort to have this conference possible. And thanks to Joint Director Extension Education taking pain and coordinating these important activities. My thanks are also all the Joint Director colleagues. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया
डॉक्टर नारायणन डिस्कनेक्ट
अच्छा वहां से डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया
लिखा तो ऐसे जी इज्जत नगर सुबह चेंज करवा दिया वरना बंद नहीं होता
क्या हुआ
बस नेटवर्क चला गया हमने सुबह अपना होस्ट ले लिया था उनसे यहाँ का होस्ट कर दिया था वो होस्ट थे पहले हमने अपने यूट्यूब लाइव करने के लिए चेंज किया था वरना ये पूरा ही बंद हो जाता अगर वो होते होस्ट है
ऑनलाइन के कुछ एडवांटेज हैं, कुछ डिसएडवांटेज हैं।
हमारा तो स्मूथली चल रहा था इतने दिन तक। हिमाचल प्रदेश से किया।
कितने बजे निकलो? कितने बजे निकलो? हम्म। हम्म।
तो लिखा है क्या? हाँ यार, गड्ढे क्यों बना रहे हैं? लालच में।
22 और 28, 27 और 28 का 2 दिन की रखेंगे।
IRC तो एक दिन में हो जाएगी।
सर्वर डाउन।
चलना हो
उनका सर्वर कहाँ पे है? सर्वर डाउन हो गया उनका।
सर्वर का एक डाउन।
हम्म। तो
ये
यहाँ से लेक्चर है 2।
2 यहाँ से और
2 और बाकी सारे इंटरेक्शन सारा का सारा है। उनसे अपने आप ही कर लो सब। नहीं उनकी, लेकिन सर प्रॉब्लम वो नहीं है, वहाँ 3 तो वेटनरी है ना, उनके सारे ऑनलाइन जुड़े हैं। उनके भी तो ऑनलाइन जुड़े हैं, वो सब भी बेकार हो जाएंगे। हमने वहां पर ज्यादा बुलाए नहीं हो, 30 बुलाए।
26 ट्यूसडे है।
26 को चला जाए या 27 को चला जाए।
27 को डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट में
हम्म।
ट्यूसडे, थर्सडे और सैटरडे।
ट्यूसडे,
थर्सडे
थर्सडे और सैटरडे।
बेंगलोर।
बेंगलोर की IRC रह गई था।
इसके साथ ही कर लेते हैं।
नहीं, ये मेरी समझ से 27 की कर लो या कब की करोगे? 27 की कर लो।
27 को चलने का डायरेक्ट मैं बॉम्बे को।
नहीं ना, 26 को चलने का, 27 के हिसाब से करो।
वापसी सर।
वापसी 28 या 29 की वापसी हो जाएगी।
28 को आएंगे तो सही है सर ना। 26, 27, 28 दो डायरेक्ट मिलेगा।
अरे हाँ यार, यूनिवर्सिटी का वही तो काम है।
तो फिर 26।
अरे हाँ यार, 26 को तो वर्मा जी की।
तो भले वही मैं सोचा कैसे करूं।
वर्मा जी बिल्कुल डंडा लेके घूम जाएंगे। 27 को चलना पड़ेगा। 28 को रख लो। बॉम्बे को चलते हैं, क्या है?
27, 28, 29 वापसी सर।
और क्या, और कैसी कर लो।
सर चलना किसमें?
डॉक्टर साहब चले जाएंगे, डॉक्टर चले जाएंगे। अच्छा तो रहने दे, बाद में चले जाएंगे।
सर कनेक्शन लॉस सर।
नहीं तो बाद में चलना है, कहने का मतलब अभी नहीं चलना।
बहुत से लोग सर कॉन्फ्रेंस में कोई कह रहे हैं।
सर आप लोगों की आवाज आ रही है सर, आप लोग का माइक बंद कर लीजिए सर, म्यूट कर लीजिए।
Hello. Huh? Are you on mute? Hello. Dr. Anuj? No, they are not able to. Sound कहाँ गए? Sound? Sound हो रहा है? आ रहा है क्या? Hello. Are you able to hear us?
Yes, sir, we are able to hear.
Okay, there was a server issue. So
तारीख
what
कब
is
है?
reconnected? I request our chairman, Director Sir, to resume his speech.
Sir has delivered his speech. So I
Okay,
think
okay.
we can proceed now.
Yeah, so, okay, thank you, sir, for motivating us with your presentation speech. So, what is the next question?
Thank you, sir. Sorry for the slight disturbance in the server issue. Now I request Dr. Manjunatha Patel, co-organizing secretary, to propose vote of thanks.
Now we are at the end of the inaugural sessions. Without taking much time, it's my privilege to propose vote of thanks on this inaugural session. At the outset, I profusely thank our today's chief guest, Madam Shri Rupa, Commissioner, Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, Government of Karnataka, and also our guest of honor, Dr. Manjunath Palegar, sir, Director Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, Karnataka, for sparing their valuable time to attend this workshop cum interface meet. I also thank our Director, sir, Dr. Triveni Dutt, IVRA, and also Dr. Roopsi Bedam, Joint Director, Extension, and all other Joint Directors and Head of the Department for their motivation, support, and encouragement in organizing this event. I thank all the veterinary officers who have come all the way to attend this interface meet, and also thank all the online participants too. I thank the chairman and members of the committees for the impeccable arrangements and fine coordination. Thanks are also due to our administrative and account staffs of IVRA for their active involvement. In the end, I profusely thank everyone who directly and indirectly contributed to the success of this interface meet. Thank you, and one and all.
डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया
ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿದೆಯಾ?
नेटवर्क
हो गया, जुड़ गया.
I request every one of you to take the seat. Technical session is going to start. किसमें सर?
अरे तुम्हारे दत्ता में और आईजीएच में कितने कितने रूम बुक्ड हैं आज कल परसों तक। कल परसों तक जल्दी लाओ डिटेल, यहाँ वहाँ आ जाओ कनेक्सी बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, ठीक है।
लेकिन उनके भी तो नहीं है ना, कुछ भी नहीं है। चला गया लग रहा है।
ये 26 की है, उसकी क्या? बड़ा मुश्किल है यार चीजें निकालना भी यार। हम्म, यहाँ की एक तो मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट आए हुए हैं, 22-23 मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट आए हुए हैं।
पूरा बरेली में सर?
बरेली में
पर्पस?
कोई मीटिंग है, वो उसका फोन था डीआरएम का, कल से बात करना चाह रही है वो। कल हम लोग उसको फंसे रहे।
वहां तो उन्होंने डिलीट कर दिया।
अच्छा,
वही तो, ब्रेक लिख दिया था इन्होंने, और हम लोग तो अंदर ही सर्व कर रहे थे, उन लोगों ने ब्रेक ही कर दिया।
अगर मुझे इंटरफेस की मीटिंग फिजिकली ही होनी चाहिए, हम लोगों का फोकस बन नहीं पाता है, टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक, फोकस नहीं हो पाता है।
डॉक्टर नारायणन,
कल तक आईआरसी में रहे, आज यहाँ आके बैठ गए, इतना फोकस नहीं हो पाता है कि हमको क्या डिलीवरी देनी है स्टेट को। बिल्कुल जैसे इन्होंने बनाया, तो हमको बिल्कुल कैसे डिलीवरी देनी है बताना चाहिए हमें, और हम लोग कर ही नहीं पाते हैं क्योंकि हजार जनरेशन में लगे रहते हैं कभी।
Dr. S.K. Singh, Session.
डॉक्टर साहब शुरू करिए सेशन। अच्छा इसके से शुरू करिए। माइक
We have to exit this. Then only they will be able to. Hello? ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ
Hello.
ಅನ್ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ.
हाँ भी यहाँ उसको दबा कर अरे ऑफ हो जाएगा ये हेलो
ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ?
a very good morning to all of you. Most respected Dr. Ravindra sir, Director cum Vice Chancellor of this prestigious institute, ICR IVRI, and chief guest of the today's function, Madam Shrimati Shrupa left for some urgent work. She was here and Director NMSB Department, Government of Karnataka, Dr. Manjunath ji, my Joint Director colleague, Dr. Mendiratta sir, Dr. Rupsi madam, Dr. Palla Chaudhary sir, Dr. YPS Malik, all head of division, station in charges, regional station in charges, scientists and ladies and gentlemen. And moreover, the officials from the government of Environment Department, Government of Karnataka, those who are present online or offline in the Bangalore campus or joined online. So a very good morning to all of you. Now we are going to have a technical session, and this technical session is very important as it pertains the knowledge which is going to solve the many queries which has been raised by in the Google format or which has been very nicely elaborated by our Joint Director Extension Education. So there are 4 lectures in this technical session. One is on the foot and mouth disease. There's a very important disease of in the country, and the second is the very important problem mastitis. I think a lot of number of veterinarians they have issues that is a prevalent in Karnataka. Third is infertility, that is another important problem. And then in the last lecture, we are going to address the whatever the average technology which has been developed for the nation. So with me, my chairperson and my joint director colleague, Dr. Mendiratta sir is there. And the co-chairman is Dr. BHM Patel. And the rapporteurs are Dr. KN Viswas, Dr. Anuj and Dr. Priyanka. I will request they should make the reports and they note down the all proceedings. And the coordinators are there, Dr. Deshamma and Dr. Akhilesh. So I will request for Mendiratta sir first if he would like to say something. Otherwise, with the permission of chair, sir. So we are moving ahead. So I request Dr. BP Srinivas sir. He is the principal scientist and he is the in charge PME at Bangalore campus. And he is the person who has worked on the infectious disease, more specifically PPR and foot and mouth disease since long. He is a very right person, and I am thankful to the organizers who has chosen a really right person for this particular lecture. And the title of lecture is Foot and Mouth Disease, its occurrence, management and control in cattle. And I will request you, sir, kindly finish your talk within 10 minutes so that everybody can have the time to interact with you and as well as the other lectures and for the technical session too. Thank you. Dr. P. Srinivas sir.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. S.K. Singh, Joint Director Research. You have given me a very tough target of completing in 10 minutes. Okay, I will try. So good morning, everyone. Once again, welcome to this workshop. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Online participation.
You are audible, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Yeah. So now in the next few minutes, we are going to cover briefly on foot and mouth disease occurrence, management and control in cattle. So myself and Dr. Madhusudan will be covering this topic. So this is the outline. After a brief introduction of FMD, its transmission will be taken care of by Dr. Madhusudan, and briefly we'll describe about disease management, FMD control, vaccine R&D, what we are doing at IVRI, and finally conclude the topic. So foot and mouth disease, as you all know, it is an acute, highly contagious and economically very important transboundary animal disease. According to OA, World Organization for Animal Health, about 69 nations have been, in different zones, 21 zones around the world are FMD free with or without vaccination, and more than 100 countries are still actually considered endemically or sporadically affected by the disease. So it is, according to an estimate, about 77% of the world livestock population, the disease is circulating. It affects more than 70 species of both domestic and wild animals, and causes 100% morbidity, and mortality is very low. So a brief about transmission and spread. So it usually direct or indirect contact between the susceptible animal and the infected animal is a root cause of the transmission. As you can see, direct transmission occurs by aerosolization, and indirectly by milk, meat, carcasses, and through people, wind, fomites, and vehicles which are contaminated with the virus. So there are about 40 million heads of animals in India which are susceptible to this disease. And the impact of the disease is both direct and indirect. According to an estimate, about 20,000 to 35,000 crore of rupees is incurred. The loss to the exchequer is estimated to be in the range of this 20,000 to 35,000 crores. The impact is both direct and indirect. Direct in the form of visible losses and invisible losses. So like direct loss of milk production, loss of drought power, lower weight gains, dead animals, and invisible losses, fertility problems, change in herd structure, and delay in the sale of animals. And indirectly, the losses could be additional cost incurred in purchase of vaccines, vaccine delivery, and movement to control, diagnostic tests which we have to purchase, and culling of the animals. And then the revenue foregone also contributes to the indirect losses. Use of suboptimal breeds which the farmer opts when he actually faces this problem, and denied access to markets. A brief about the disease. The causative agent, which is it's a tiny virus but causes a devastating disease. It's about measures about 20 nanometer, and there are 7 distinct serotypes: OAC, Asia 1, and South African Territory viruses 1, 2, and 3. In India, predominantly O is existing, followed by Asia 1 and A, and serotype C is considered to be extinct since 1995. And we have more than 60 strains, and virus is susceptible to low and extreme pHs, that is less than 6 and 9, and it is resistant to this pasteurization temperature at 72 degrees for 15 seconds, requiring HTST sterilization. And globally, it is distributed in the regional pools. That is, there are 7 regional pools have been characterized. That is, in India comes under pool 2, that is consisting of OA and Asia 1. Molecular epidemiology. This genetic characterization has been one of the fundamental objectives in the molecular epidemiology of FMD virus. So this plays a very pivotal role in establishing genetic identity of the virus, tracing the movement of virus across the state boundaries, and constantly monitoring the emergence of different genotypes or lineages and appearance of new variants. So this is the in that are in 2001 and Pan-Asia 1. And in the serotype O, so currently that is since 2023 onwards, only these 2 major lineages are circulating, that is OME SA 2018 and 2001E. So all the isolates which have been isolated belong to these lineages. In serotype A, there are 26 global genotypes, out of which 2, 10, 16, and 18 are existing in India, and 18 also it diverged into 2018. I mean, a new lineage emerged out of 18, which is currently circulating in India. With respect to Asia1, so there are 9 different genetics groups, that is since 2004. And isolates from India are clustered within group 3, 8, and 9. Coming to recorded outbreaks in India over the years 2015 and up till 2023. As you can see, there are 1491 outbreaks have been recorded, and among these, South has recorded the most of the outbreaks, 705, possibly due to better reporting system. And it also indicates that reduction in disease incidence in the entire region of the country since 2019, and it also shows that positive impact of vaccination against FMD of infection immunity. And if you see the virus-wise outbreaks, type O actually accounts for 95%, and then A and Asia1 accounts for the remaining. So this Karnataka is actually a front runner in controlling the disease, like especially the implementation of the control program. As you can see in this slide, so in 2023 only 13 outbreaks have been recorded. In 2022 no outbreaks have been recorded. So if we go at this rate, so I think Karnataka can definitely claim a freedom status with vaccination, and the days are not far away. And this slide actually further corroborates the finding that the lower incidence. Here you can see that after first round onward, second round onwards, when the post-vaccine sero monitoring was conducted, more than 80% of the samples were found to be having titers more than 1.65, that is, which is sufficient for countering the virus. So that shows that we have achieved the herd immunity to a larger extent. And if we continue for this status, so as I said, we can certainly claim for the freedom status with vaccination. So now, I will request Dr. Madhusudan to take over for to cover the diagnostics.
Of protection, then you don't get the clinical signs which are very apparent. So whenever there is inapparent infection and the clinical signs are not frank, then you need laboratory diagnostics. So laboratory diagnostics, they basically focus on detecting the antigen or antibody or the nucleic acids. So when it comes to detection of the virus, then there are virus isolation methods, and then followed by sequencing, which is taken up at the laboratory level. But there are some tools which are done at the district headquarters, like ELISA, which will detect whether the antigen is the causative antigen is which serotype involved. So as far as nucleic acid detection is concerned, multiplex PCR is there, which is developed by NIFMD. This is used in many laboratories across the world. And also qPCR is there, like in COVID-19. So in IVRA Bangalore, we have developed a battery of tests which are for detecting the antigen or antibody. So number one is the NSP antibody detection ELISA, which is one of the world-class tests which is developed at IVRA Bangalore recently and validated outside. We also have a SPC, which is for detecting the antibodies to structural proteins. Then we have a serotyping ELISA, which are again monoclonal antibody based ELISA, which are under development and validation in collaboration with NIFMD. We also are developing pen-side diagnostics so that we can detect the serotype at the field level instead of sending the samples to the laboratory. So we also have vaccine QC, one of the important activities at Bangalore campus, and we are also developing small animal model as alternative system for quality control of the vaccines, and also we are involved with developing new assays to assess the vaccine potency or the vaccine QC. So as far as NSP ELISA is concerned, so this is a simple principle. Whenever the animal is infected with the virus, or whenever there is an outbreak,
Dr. Narayanan?
Often referred as 146S. This is the intact virus antigen, which is highly immunogenic. So when the vaccine is, ideal vaccine is expected to have higher proportion of this intact virus because this is highly immunogenic. But whenever the vaccine is subjected to heat or certain harsh treatment, then the antigen is degraded into subcomponents, which is referred to as 12S, and this is not immunogenic. So it is important that when the vaccine is being carried in the field conditions, the cold chain is maintained. This is primarily the reason why we advocate the field vets that the vaccine should be carried in the cold chain. Even acidic conditions can also, disintegrate the virus. So it's important that the intactness of the virus is maintained in the vaccine. That only gives protective immune response. Okay. So at IVRI Bangalore, in collaboration with the institute, the Purbright Institute, we have been developing the assays which can estimate the intact virus antigen in the vaccine. So indirectly, we measure the potential of the vaccine by using these tools. So we extract the antigen from the vaccines by using chemical treatment, then also estimate by ELISA, we can estimate how much intact antigen is present in the vaccine. So that is one of the important activities which this institute is engaged with. And we are working with the Purbright Institute, and these tests are under development, are in validation. Maybe in the due course of time, we are able to assess the vaccine quality by using these tests. So that's all. I request Dr. Srinivas sir to continue.
Yeah, continuing with the topic, management of FMD is fine. Management of FMD before, during, and after the disease can be achieved by the combination of various measures like quarantine and movement control, biosecurity measures, by implementing strict biosecurity measures for animals, people, equipments, and products, and making the public aware of the disease, and vaccination using the existing trivalent vaccine, and a robust reporting system, disinfection of the premises, and surveillance of the disease as and when it occurs, and also potentially infected or exposed livestock, and disposal of the animals infected or died of the disease. And these are some of the preventive measures like regular vaccination of all animals in a village or wherever in the area, and ring vaccination at the outset of outbreak, and introducing only vaccinated animals into a herd, and no purchase of animals from disease prevailing areas. So these are some of the common measures which can be taken up to prevent the disease. And now coming to vaccination strategies. So there are two purposes of FMD vaccination. That is, one is preventive to prevent outbreaks, and then so emergency purpose to control the outbreak, and also for quick economic recovery. So we are following FMD control program in India as per progressive control pathway of FAO. So this program involves the quality of the vaccine, which is being continuously monitored, and for each round of post-vaccination sero monitoring is done to assess herd immunity in effective manner. So we are currently at the third stage, and so we are the path is very steep, and then to achieve freedom without vaccination. And for FMD vaccination purposes, the cost analysis is also very important, and it is always in our benefit. Like in India, benefit cost ratio was estimated in 1977 as 5:1 to 8:1. I'm sure the current, though we don't have the current data, it should have been in a manifold increased. And preventive vaccination strategies, we are using a trivalent vaccine in October 75. Incidentally, this vaccine candidate was developed in this campus only in 1970s, and A-IND4000, which will soon be replaced with A27, then Asia-1. So these two are very old vaccine strain, and A keeps on changing. And it's BI inactivated oil adjuvanted vaccine, and 3PD50 is the recommended dose. So we started in 2003, 2004 as FMD control program with 54 districts, which has now expanded to 733 districts, which includes all the cattle, buffalo, sheep, goats, and pigs, all the susceptible animals. And FMD control, the target is by 25 and eradication by 2030. We are 6 years away. And these are some of the commercial FMD vaccines in India. So these three are established one, that is from Indian Immunologicals, and BioVet, and Brilliant. So Sanapta is actually knocking the door now with their vaccine, and Reliance could be the fifth player in this field. And vaccination regimen, as you're all very familiar with this one. Primary vaccinate 4 to 5 months of age, and then booster after 1 month, and 6-monthly vaccination. In sheep and goats, 3 months of age, and then pigs 2 to 3 months of age. Currently, there is no vaccine available for the pigs, but depending upon the requirement, these manufacturers can actually produce the vaccine. And for emergency vaccination strategies, we include barrier vaccination, ring vaccination, targeted vaccination, and blanket vaccination. So currently, we are taking up, I think, ring vaccination and then blanket vaccination, where all susceptible animals in an area or entire country are zoned. So this comes under the NADCP. And there are certain challenges in FMD control, like, it's distributed in wide geographical area and easy spread through aeration, continuous co-circulation of different serotypes, and lack of cross protection amongst the serotypes, and duration of immunity, short duration of immunity. So we are at IVRI, we are actually working constantly on enhancing the immunity. And quality of the vaccine, though it has improved off late, but there is much improvement needs to be done. And unrestricted animal movement, high mutation rate due to error-prone viral replication, resulting in emergence of new strains, antigenic plurality, and underreporting. These are some of the SWOT, that is strength, our weaknesses, and opportunity and threat. Strength being our robust scientific manpower and availability of indigenous kits, and then availability of state-of-the-art laboratories and network laboratories. And our weakness is difficult to maintain uniformity in time and density of FMD vaccination and all the time, and need for vaccine with high antigenic payload, and absence of emergency vaccine bank. We have a great opportunity. Currently, we are in stage 3, and we are constantly our constant endeavor is to go up the ladder. And threat is our neighboring countries are not they have not reached this stage, though, so there is a constant threat of getting the disease, and also getting new strains, or also the strains which never existed in India. There is always a threat of receiving them. And these are some of the approaches we have followed at IVRI, considering the importance of this disease. Like thermostable vaccines, we have developed for serotype O, which is at AgriInnovate, which is the business wing of ICR. So it is under consideration. And then improved vaccine formulation through novel adjuvants to increase the duration of immunity. We did actually tie up with a private company, which the adjuvant which gave an year of vaccine, duration of immunity, but still, that is a long way to go to come into the market. Then marker vaccines for improved DIVA. So we have developed a negative marker vaccine, and MT capsid is another approach we are following, and attenuated vaccine for developing a live attenuated vaccine. So as I said, thermostable serotype O vaccine, we have developed it. In the interest of the time, I'm not going to cover in detail about that. And if you have any, if you need more information, you can contact us. We will be able to describe more on that. And this is the negative marker vaccine, which actually, if used, will help in reducing the rigorous purification steps involved in the vaccine production. At the same time, it will enable differentiating infected and vaccinated animals. So this also under consideration by AgriInnovate, which has been assigned for marketing. And future, these are some of the future approaches, like to develop next generation vaccines using reverse genetics, codon deoptimization technique, signature tagged mutagenesis, and mRNA vaccine, and a new generation adjuvants to enhance the immunity, and to further work on thermostable vaccine for other serotypes. To conclude, though FMD is showing a declining trend, it remains a major threat to cattle, influenced by factors like animal density, climate, and trade. Early detection, vaccination, movement restriction, and biosecurity are key to managing FMD outbreaks. And despite progress, achieving FMD-free status as per the PCP, that is Progressive Control Pathway, remains a long-term goal, requiring continued efforts in surveillance and prevention. So that concludes my talk. Thank you very much for your patient listening. We will move forward, I think.
Thank you, Dr. B.P. Srinivas sir and Dr. Madhusudan Hosamane, for highlighting the most important point as far as FMD is concerned, the present status, and the future research which IVRI is doing for this nation. I think there was some technical glitch, so there was some problem in the sharing of the slides, and so because we are going to share these PPTs to everyone. So all the stakeholders. So we are sharing this PPT. So those who have missed this lecture, so at least you can go through the PPTs. Otherwise, every time we are available. You can ask any question pertinent to the FMD or other related diseases. So thank you again, sir, for Dr. B.P. Srinivas Saab and Dr. Madhusudan Samani for giving us very significant information to the stakeholders. So the second lecture, which is again, it is a very important disease. As far as mastitis is concerned, we say mastitis is there, but we don't know how much losses because of this mastitis is there. But this is a condition where really all, you see, from A to Z, number of the causes are there which causes the mastitis. Exploring those causes and giving a significant or rather very effective treatment is really a problem for us and the whole globe. It is a challenge for whole globe. So that's why, and if you see the feedback information also, I think there was a strong feedback for the mastitis and its prevention or control. So with that intention, this lecture was kept, and a very right person has been chosen to deliver the task. Dr. Ravikant Agrawal, who is the head of Department of Biological Product Division, and he is the person who is working since long. And so I request Dr. Ravikant Agrawal and his team. Dr. P. Saravanan is there, Dr. Priyanka is there. So I think Dr. Ravikant will deliver the talk on the recent advances in the diagnosis, treatment, and control of the mastitis. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Respected Dr. S.K. Singh, sir, Chairperson, Technical Session 1, Co-Chairpersons, Reporters, Coordinators, Joint Director, Extension Education, Roopsi Tiwari ma'am, Dr. Roopsi Tiwari ma'am, other scientists which are present in this hall, Joint Director, Mukteshwar Campus, Bengaluru Campus, Pallav Chaudhary sir, YPS Malik sir, and all the participants which are present physically or online. I shall be presenting on recent advances in diagnosis, treatment, and control of mastitis. The time allocated is only 10 minutes. So I will try to quickly go through the presentation, and rest we can discuss in technical session 2. So as we all know, bovine mastitis, it is one of the most important and most common disease of dairy cattle, and it is inflammation of parenchyma of mammary glands. It may be caused by various physical, chemical, and microbiological causes, of which bacteria, they are considered to be most important one. This disease alone causes about economic loss of about 2 billion per year in US, and the major drivers for this taxing expense are decreased milk production, poor quality of milk, the cost which is involved in treatment and veterinary care, condemnation of milk due to the withdrawal period which is involved, culling of chronically infected animals, and also the labor cost which is involved. One of the most important economic factor involved is erosion of the lactation curve, because the animal which gets infected by mastitis never return to the former production. Next. Among the infectious causes, as I told, bacteria, they are considered to be the most important ones. And till now, more than 137 infectious causes they have been identified. But in bacteria, Streptococci, Staphylococci, and coliforms, they are considered to be the major one. If we want to classify them into, we can classify these infectious causes into contagious causes, environmental causes, and opportunistic causes based on the etiological agent. These organisms, they are responsible for causing inflammation, which is responsible for causing the inferior quality of the milk. Next, please. As we all know that India is the topmost milk producer, which contributes to about 25% of the global milk production. And this production is about 236.35 million tons in 2023-24. It contributes to about 27% of the agriculture GDP and 5% of the national GDP. Out of all the causes, as we all know that mastitis, it can be classified into clinical and subclinical mastitis. Subclinical mastitis incidences are about 45% as per the pooled prevalence which has been estimated by Nivedi scientists in 2021, and clinical mastitis cases are about 18%. And in India, mastitis is responsible for about more than 7,000 crore of economic losses, which I feel that it is gross underestimation, because most of the time mastitis cannot be properly diagnosed. Next, please. So what are various requirements? It has been highlighted in this figure. As has been flagged by various participants, that we need to have a proper diagnostic method, because bovine mastitis, it is a very important and most highly economical problem for the dairy herd. So we need to have diagnostic method. Conventionally, whatever we are using, they are time consuming, and these kind of facilities are not present everywhere. So other than my conventional culturing method, we are having molecular diagnostic method. Then some of the simple method which we are following for diagnosis of clinical and subclinical mastitis is somatic cell count, California mastitis test, and nowadays proteomic approaches, they have also come up. So if we are going for efficient diagnosis, this will lead to early treatment so that economic losses can be minimized. And for this, we need the mainstay is the antibiotic treatment. But as we are all aware, and it has been flagged also, that AMR is one of the issue. Nowadays, whatever antibiotics they are available for parenteral use or for intermediary infusion, they all are being less effective due to emergence of AMR. So we need to search for some other alternative antimicrobials, including herbal therapy, bacteriophage therapy, or even by managemental practices also, we can go for management of mastitis. Or in prevention measures, we need to develop effective vaccines. So it has been said that those diseases which can be controlled by vaccines, they should be controlled so that the use of antibiotics can be minimized. This will lead to the minimization of or retardation of emergence of AMR. So our future aim is that we can develop mastitis-free dairies, mastitis-free bovine herds. Next, please. So coming to one by one diagnostic therapeutics. So first I will take up diagnostic very quickly. Currently we are going for physical examination, one of the commonest method which clinician apply. They see the udder and teat palpation. They go for udder and teat palpation. Then visualization of blood clots, flakes in the milk. Beside this, we can also go for a script cup test and California mastitis test. They are very simple, cheap, easy to perform tests. But these tests cannot be applied on in large dairy farms. So they have some advantages as they are simple, cheap, but they cannot be applied to large dairy farms. So they also have some drawbacks. Next, please. Beside this, we can also go for somatic cell count. These somatic cell count can also be done by automated somatic cell counters. Beside this, another important simple method is pH strip test. So as we know that milk is having pH of about 6.4 to 6.8. So if it increases towards alkaline side, this indicates the mastitis. Next, please. Electrical conductivity can also be measured because mastitis changes the ion dynamics. So this conductivity meter can also be utilized for detecting mastitis. Besides this, enzymatic tests, they also have been developed like catalase and then N-acetyl beta D glucosaminidase. But these tests, enzymatic tests, they were not found to be very much specific because these two enzymes, they are also enhanced in some other conditions also. Next, please. Beside this, very important test for quick detection of mastitis which was developed is infrared thermography. This infrared thermography measures the surface temperature of the udder, and this is very highly efficient technique, and this can also be modified into a mobile based application. It is also sensitive also as well as farmer friendly. But although there is need for validation into a mass scale as well as popularization is required for this. Beside this, biosensors can also be applied for detection of mastitis. Next, please. Coming to the therapeutic approaches, as we all know, antibiotic is the mainstay for control of clinical and subclinical mastitis. For this, a number of antibiotics they have been recommended, including the most commonly used antibiotics include amoxicillin clavulanic acid, then lincomycin and neomycin, which is lincomycin and neomycin combination, which is particularly used for mycoplasma mastitis. Then ampicillin, then ampicillin cloxacillin combination. Next, please. Then one of the most commonly used antibiotic which we are using since last 22 or 3 decades is the pendestrin SH, which includes penicillin streptomycin combination. Then 2 cephalosporins, they have been recommended for veterinary use in the form of intramemory infusion. They include ceftiofur and also, so this is a second generation cephalosporin. Next, please. And second cephalosporin is cefcuonom. And this cefgenome is fourth generation cephalosporin, which is quite effective. But beside this, we are also going for tetracycline, neomycin, bezitracin combination. So these are all antibiotics which are available commercially. But as I said, that emergence of AMR is a problem. So as this issue has also been flagged by many of the clinicians, that even after giving intramammary infusion or parenteral administration, the disease is not cured. So next please. Beside this, we are also having parenteral antibiotics. So whatever I have showed, beside this, there are certain cephalosporins like ceftriaxone, they have or cephalosporin, they have also been recommended for parenteral use. But the problem is efficacy of antibiotics is decreasing because of growing or emergence of drug-resistant bacteria. Next, please. So there are several studies which were carried out by our sister campus at Kolkata, and in 2015 they reported ESBL as well as MRSA in the mastitis cases. Since last 2 years, we are also working here at IVRI Ratnagar campus, and not only MRSA and extended spectrum beta-lactamase producer gram-negative bacteria, we also identified some of the vancomycin resistant Staphylococcus aureus in mastitis cases, and which has also been isolated from milk sample procured from Bengal. So as I told, emergence of AMR is a big issue, as has been showed in this table, that whatsoever antibiotics which are prescribed, which are permitted for use as intramammary formulation, almost against all antibiotic resistance has been reported. Next, please. So it means that we need to search for the therapeutic alternatives because of emergence of AMR, because of concern related to the withdrawal period and cost of antibiotic treatment. Next, please. So for that, various and found to be very much effective. Apart from silver, gold, zinc, and graphene oxide nanoparticles they have also effective. Next, please. Beside this, deposits, they were used for treatment of infections, and even today in USSR, where this therapy was developed, but bacteriophage therapy is still in use. And since we are reaching to an era, or what we call post-antibiotic era, all these alternative antibacterial therapy, alternative antibiotics, these therapy, they are being resurfaced. So bacteriophages, again, they have been researched, and they have been found to be very much effective in treatment of mastitis cases. Next, please. Phytotherapy, since phytotherapy is having, again, this is an alternative antimicrobial, and various plant extracts and essential oils, they have been found to be very much effective in treatment of etiological agent of mastitis. Some of them, they have been developed in the form of commercial preparation in the name of Phytobomad, Phytomast, and Cinetube, and they are having different essential oil combination, and they have been tested in etiological agent which are responsible for mastitis. Next, please. Various essential oils, they have been tried on the cause of mastitis cases and found to be effective. The most common one are thyme essential oil, cinnamon essential oil, or their active ingredient including thymol, eugenol, cinnamaldehyde, and carbapenem. Next, please. Beside this, antimicrobial peptide, although they are recently being tried in cases of mastitis, but one of the antimicrobial peptide in the name of Nisin, it has widely been used throughout the globe in for food applications. Similarly, other like bactofencins, Rutarian, they have been tried. Beside this, Pudocin is also one of the broad spectrum antimicrobial peptide which can be tried as an alternative antimicrobial for treatment of mastitis. Next, please. Lactoferrin and lysozyme, they are, lactoferrin is a system which is present in milk. So it can be, which protects milk in the initial time, and later gradually it gets degraded. So lactoferrin has been spiked in the milk, and it has been found to be very much effective in controlling the or enhancing the shelf life of milk. Thus, in the similar way, lysozyme and lactoferrin, they can also be developed as a therapy for mastitis treatment. Next, please. Beside this, recently mesenchymal stem cells and photodynamic therapy, they have also been developed. Mesenchymal stem cells, they have role in releasing certain biotype components, and beside this, they also help in repair of the damaged tissue, the damage which occur in mastitis. It has been found that bone marrow derived stem cell and adipose derived stem cells, they are found to be very much effective in the cases of Staphylococcus aureus as well as in case of Streptococci. Similarly, photodynamic therapy, it has also been developed, although it is in infancy at present, but it is found to be very much effective in the case of Staph aureus mastitis. But there is still need to improve because this therapy includes photosensitizers, light source, and oxygen supply. And as I told, it is in infancy, but it is found to be very much effective in treatment of mastitis. So coming to acoustic pulse therapy, this is another new technology which has come up. Here we use low power acoustic pulses, and this therapy was found to be helping in repair of damaged tissue, control of the etiological agent of mastitis, as well as it has been found to be improving the production also. Beside this, ozone therapy, it has also been tried for treatment of mastitis. Next, please. Coming to the therapeutic aspects.
Kindly finish.
Yeah, sir. Within 2-3 minutes, sir. Vaccination has also been tried as a prophylactic measure. So in vaccination, we are having at least for 5 important causative agents, including the Staphylococcus aureus, E. coli, Klebsiella pneumoniae, Streptococcus agalactiae, and Uberis. These vaccines have been developed. At least 3 companies, Hipra, Boehringer, and Zoetis, they are providing the commercial vaccines. We at IVRI, we have also initiated, as Director Sir has told, that yesterday itself, coincidentally, we were having a marathon meeting where it has been finalized that therapeutic and immunoprophylactic aspects will be taken care of. Next, please. So next. Coming to the third very important aspect, that is managemental practices. So even herd managemental practices, they have a significant impact on animal health and control of mastitis. Housing, nutritional management, because the animals are under the negative energy balance during the time of lactation. So they are in the negative energy balance, leading to deficiency of minerals, vitamins, as well as amino acids. So this can be done by nutritional management. Next, please. Similarly, it has been told that milking hygiene is one of the very important factor. We should follow milking hygiene. Next, please. And 2 important aspects which routinely they are not practiced in India, but dry cow therapy and use of teat sealant, they can reduce the incidence of clinical and subclinical mastitis cases. Next, please. Beside this 10-point plan, it has been proposed by National Mastitis Council. So this should also be given focus for control of mastitis and subclinical mastitis cases in animals. So coming to the conclusion that reducing the frequency of mastitis pathogens required immediate attention. So this involves farm management, appropriate nutrition, and therapeutic measures. Beside this, there is need to search for alternative to antimicrobials, vaccination, immunoprophylactics, and biosecurity measures. And there is need that alternative therapies, they must be validated. Next, please. So the way forward is we need to go for surveillance of pathogens which are responsible for mastitis at national level. There is need to develop pan-site tests so that they can easily be identified, and also there is need to develop pan-site tests for the antimicrobial resistance so that appropriate therapeutic antibiotic can be prescribed. There is need to go for clinical trials for the vaccines which are derived from the local strains of microbes or bacteria, and also there is need to develop need to focus on vaccine delivery system, host pathogen interaction, and also need to focus or study the immunology of the mammary gland. So I thank you all for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Ravikant and your team, for really highlighting the very significant progress so far made in the field of mastitis diagnosis and control. I hope the content of this lecture will definitely help to the field veterinarians and those who are involved in this business. So because there is a shortage of time, we are running behind around half an hour so. So now we are skipping the third one lecture, and any question pertaining to the infertility will be covered in technical session 2. So now I directly go to this lecture number 4 by Dr. Anuj, Dr. B. Sajanar and Dr. Chandramohan. They are the speaker, listed speaker for this lecture. So I request Dr. Anuj to brief about the IVRI technology for livestock health and production. This is a very important because IVRI has played a very pioneer role as far as the development of technology for the controlling livestock health and production. So just he will say the brief, he will share the brief about the technology developed by IVRI. So I request Dr. Anuj again to just kindly see the time. Time is constant, so try to finish the lecture within.
Thank you, sir. Honorable Joint Director Research, Dr. S.K. Singh, sir. Madam Dr. Roopsi Tiwari, Joint Director Extension Education. Dr. Pallav Chaudhary, sir, Joint Director Bengaluru. Dr. YPS Malik, sir, Joint Director Mukteshwar. All the senior office bearers of IVRI as well as Animal Husbandry Department. I'll give a quick glance into the IVRI technologies which have been developed for improvement of health and production. Okay. So a number of technologies in different categories have been developed and they are widely popular in market. As well as these technologies have also been able to be gather IP in terms of 104 IPs as already told by Honorable Director, sir. Plus, we have also commercialized 47 of these technologies and earned an overall revenue of more than 17 crores till date. So as already told by Director, sir, several of our vaccines are in the control program. So these are vaccines for cattle and buffalo, for lumpy skin, for brucella, for FMD, for buffalo pox, then the recently included negative marker FMD vaccine as well as thermostable FMD vaccine. And these are the important vaccines from our portfolio, which some of them are commercialized, while some of them are in process of commercialized, and many of them already in market being utilized by the farmers. Then for small ruminants also, a large number of vaccines have been developed, including like popular one PPR, goat pox, sheep pox, and the recently added thermo-adapted PPR, negative marker PPR, as well as the combined PPR goat pox and combined PPR sheep pox vaccine. So these are the vaccines, and like PPR, goat pox are already widely used in the field. We are getting royalties of crores of rupees, which reflect that the number of doses exceeds more than 3 to 4 crore for these vaccines. Then again, a recently commercialized vaccine, PPR goat pox, which will also be soon hit the market and will be available for veterinarians, which will be very useful along with the PPR sheep pox. Then for pigs also, 3 vaccines, important vaccines have been developed, CSF vaccine, JE vaccine, as well as septic pasteurellosis vaccine. CSF is widely used in the field, and the other 2 also have huge potential. Then for poultry, 2 vaccines have been developed from IVRI, infectious bursal disease for chicken, as well as the duck plague vaccine. So the infectious bursal disease has been recently commercialized, and it will replace the existing vaccines for the same disease in the country, and it has huge benefits. Again, duck plague also is available here. Then in case of, apart from the ruminants, for other genetic resources, like for camels and dogs also, the vaccines have been developed, like camel pox vaccine, vaccines for dogs against the important infection of parvovirus, as well as canine distemper. So this slide reflects the success of our technologies in terms of commercialization of different technologies to different commercial houses as well as state biologicals like lumpy, PPR, goat pox, sheep pox, CSF, brucellosis, IBD, and the combined PPR goat pox vaccine. Shifting to diagnostics, so Institute has developed some important diagnostics like for poultry. The 3 diagnostics for Newcastle disease, IBD, and IB have been developed, which have very high diagnostic specificity and sensitivity, and all the 3 have been commercialized and they can be sourced from the Genomics Card Limited. For pigs also, for serosurveillance and for detecting active infection, 2 kits have been developed, IgG ELISA as well as IgM ELISA for the important Japanese encephalitis infection, which has zoonotic potential. Again, they have been commercialized and are available in the market also, and further in our portfolio also. For small ruminants also, important vaccines, important diagnostics for blue tongue, like competitive ELISA, indirect ELISA, again with very high diagnostic specificity and sensitivity, are available from IVRI, along with those for PPR,
sandwich ELISA as well as competitive ELISA. Then certain multi-species diagnostics are also available from IVRI, which can be used across different species. So for two important infections, FMD as well as rotavirus, these are available, and I'd like to highlight here that maybe soon it will replace the currently used diagnostic in the National Control Program. It has very high sensitivity and specificity for FMD, as well as it is has been validated in different species. Similarly, for rotavirus, it is almost 10% specificity and high sensitivity and available for different species. Then shifting to the livestock product technologies, the institute has developed a number of livestock product technologies like ready-to-eat meat products, and they have been bundled at a small, relatively lower cost for benefit. And then further different kits for identification of food animal species, then dye-based indicator, temperature-based indicator, quality indicator to indicate the shelf life of our products. So they have been developed and they are available for commercialization. Similarly, in terms of improving AMR as in area of AMR to replace the antibiotics and other things, essential oils based technologies for improving the shelf life and reducing the microbial load have been developed. Then again, from using the byproduct chicken skin fat and functional food ingredients, these technologies have been developed. Then shifting to therapeutics, again, 4 important technologies have been developed, and 2 of them have been commercialized, like one to control the ticks, herbal acaricide, and then one for prophylactic for subclinical mastitis in bovines. And the 2 other antidiarrheal herbal formulations as well as herbomineral have recently been completed and released by IVRI. So then shifting to the feed and nutrition technologies. So very important technologies have been developed here. Again, they are very low cost, but they are very useful for farmers in the time of crisis or to provide complete nutrition, balanced ration, like area-specific mineral mixture, farming system-based area-specific mineral mixture, and then probiotic-based technologies, and then various blocks, and like solid multi-nutrient block and urea molasses mineral block, and as well as the latest technology, Methlo. So as we all know, nowadays there's a very tension about the carbon footprint. So to reduce the carbon footprint from animals, so a Methlo technology has been developed and it has been commercialized also to a new startup. So very soon it will also be available in market to reduce the methane emission and improve the growth. Then for reproduction also, Cystoscope, fetal extractor, ovarian cyst ablation device, internal genital injection device. So basically in the terms of obstetrical techniques, various of these designs have been released and they are available from our portfolio. Then semen thawing device, precocial cleaning device. Then for surgical designs also, fracture fixation device, and in terms of plates and pins, several of them have been developed from IVRI and they have been, we have designed patents also and they are available also. Then for nutritional management, like for making the feed block, a machine has been developed. Then for catching the animal in the herd, and for the downer cows, a portable downer bovine stand. Then a very prominent technology which has wide application in the field to under the category of waste to wealth, a Jayagopal vermiculture technology. So this technology has reached a large number of states in the country, and overall more than 60 entrepreneurs or government institutes have taken this technology. And this is this vermiculture technology is giving good benefits as comparison to the normal earthworm species which is prevalent in the country. So this is again available at low cost, only 50,000 from our institute. Then further, a large number of apps which can be very useful for our colleague veterinarians in the field, because they will provide you update also, and it will be useful for any new information like veterinary clinical care, vaccination guide, artificial insemination app, dairy manager app. So they are all freely available on the Android, and you can easily download them and you can use them. So these are all different types of apps which have been developed here. So as an update over the app, recently we have developed AI-based chatbots also. Means they have already information which is updated also, and they give reply to the queries of farmers. So it is like an active app. So it will reply to your queries. So whatever query you have regarding cattle, either its production, reproduction, or any disease, if you want to ask any question, so simply you type the question in this app and it will reply. So it is again freely available on the Android software, and it is available in 10 different languages. Sir. So Kannada also is there for your specific state, specific needs. Again, with the success of Dairy Shriya, two further have been developed, sheep and goat Shriya as well as swine Shriya. So they refer specifically to the sheep production, management of production, disease control, as well as in the pigs. And we are further in process of developing two new chatbots also for poultry as well as for pets. So these were all our technologies, a brief quick glance, and our institute for the development of technology has been honored by the highest positions in the government from ministers and have been released at very important places, and the big industrial houses like Hester and Indian Immunologicals have taken our different technologies and they are widely available in the market. So this reflects the success of our technologies. So thank you, and this was a quick glance into the technology portfolio.
Thank you, Dr. Amish, for sharing the technology developed by IVRI in service of the nation. I hope it is going to help all those who are involved in the field of animal livestock health and production. So with this, we complete the technical session 1, and I request Dr. Mendiratta sir if we want to say something before we give the mic to the chairman.
Thank you very much, Dr. S.K. Singh, my joint colleague, Dr. Sir, my joint assistants, Dr. Rupi, Dr. Pallo, and all officers from Karnataka. So actually, just I want to again emphasize what Dr. Sir has emphasized in the beginning, that we are offering national diploma courses in 22 disciplines, and in 4 disciplines we are offering national diploma in hybrid mode. So also one diploma is also Bangalore is one of the center for 2 diploma. So, and also there are certificate courses and also vocational courses. So I request that maybe in next year or in this financial year also still there are 4 months are there. So please encourage your all veterinarians to attend the certificate vocational courses and also diploma course from next year. So again, I want to thank the organizer, my colleague Dr. S.K. Singh, and all the officers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing the information to the concerned stakeholders. So now I thank again Mendiratta sir, co-chair person Dr. B.H.M. Patel, all the reporters and coordinators of this technical session, and all the organizers at Ijjatnagar as well as the Bengaluru campus. So again, thanks to one and all. Now I am going to give my baton to the chairperson of the technical session 2, Dr. Ruchi Tiwari madam. She is Joint Director Extension Education.
Thank you, Dr. S.K. Singh. I thank all the speakers of the technical session 1, and it was a very thought-provoking session. Although we could have only 3 lectures in the first one, and we had to leave 1 lecture. But I think the topic we will discuss in the interaction session, since we are far behind the time. So now we are starting the technical session 2. With me on this technical session is Dr. Pallab Chaudhary, who is also the chairperson of this technical session. The co-chair are Dr. Bablu. Rapporteurs are Dr. S.K. Bhure, Dr. K. Narayanan, and Dr. Anuj Chauhan. And the coordinators for this session are Dr. Bhanu Prakash, Dr. Shruti, and Dr. Umaprati. So I welcome you all to this technical session 2. The particular session is designed to only have interaction, which is one of the major feature of this interface meet. We want to know more about what are your problems in the field, what type of technologies you need, and what type of researchable issues you feel the IVRA should take up, because IVRA is a government-funded institution, and we are there to take up need-based research, which can lead to fruitful technologies which can be applied in the field. So once again, welcome to you all in the technical session 2. If Dr. Pallab sir, whether you'd like to speak now?
Now, please go ahead. We can start the interaction right now.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you, sir. So we'll start the interaction session. Now, I request the veterinary officers either physically present there in the IVRA Bengaluru campus or who are joined virtually to please interact, post their questions in the chat box, or they can unmute themselves and pose their questions, queries, or any response or suggestions that they want to give. So we can start with the veterinary officers who are, or the senior veterinary officials who are present in the Bengaluru campus if they want to speak. उन्हीं की स्क्रीन है सर, वो स्क्रीन दिखा रहे हैं. The veterinary officers who are online with us, joined from various parts of Karnataka. If you have any queries, please post on this chat box, or you can unmute and you can talk to us.
Madam, can we
Yes,
think?
you have raised hand. You can raise your virtual hands also. And yes.
I am Dr.
Hello, ma'am. I am Dr. Sridhar from Tumkur, Karnataka.
Yes, Dr. Sridhar, we can hear you.
Yeah, we have got a problem here of both LSD and FMD countering at a time. Is there any technical advice to carry on with the vaccine, particularly for FMD and LSD, for LSD?
FMD and LSD is occurring at the same time.
Yeah,
So I
same
think
time.
campus,
We just now completed FMD, 6th round, and it began shooting up. LSD began shooting up. More incidents of LSD have been occurring.
Dr. Pallab.
Yes.
Dr. Pallab.
Sir. Hello.
We have Dr. Muthu and Dr. Ganmel also. He can reply to this query.
Dr. Ganmel, please.
Good afternoon, Hal.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Individually, vaccines are available for FMD, and recently for the lumpy skin disease also it has been developed. But if both the diseases are occurring at a time, we cannot do both the vaccines at a time. So we have to take care of both the diseases, but we have to do FMD vaccine first.
No, the problem is that in our in Karnataka especially, we are having LSD as a dormant stage. We have vaccinated the animals for LSD 4 months back. Now we took up the FMD vaccination program 6th round. And suddenly from 15 or 20 days, it's started shooting up. LSD cases have been shoot up to almost 5 to 6% in our jurisdictions. Is there any advice regarding this one? Like to avoid any LSD vaccine or FMD vaccine in particular time frames?
What was vaccine? Okay. Maybe, sir, already LSD virus might have been in incubation. So at the time of vaccination of FMD, because of the stress, might have taken upper hand and produced the disease. Maybe the
Dr. Muthu. Muthu. Dr. Muthu. Dr. Muthu.
Connection to break हो गया connection.
Dr. Muthu.
Connection.
Hello, check.
Dr. Muthu.
Sir, he is just outside. When he will come.
Dr. Muthu.
He's outside there. Gyanvel.
Check.
Nanbal.
Sir.
You have to just say if there is a FMD outbreak. I think, and simultaneously they have also encountered LSD. So you have to give the proper solution to the veterinary officers that if because you see already animal are in FMD,
yes,
and
sir.
simultaneously LSD is also they have feeling of outbreak. So
Yes.
what would be the optimum line of action, scientific line of action?
Sir, actually, already I replied that they have vaccinated for the FMD, but the LSD will occur later. It may be due to that the viral LSD virus may be in incubation. So because of the stress created by the FMD vaccination, it might have erupted. So there should be proper checking of the diagnosis of the LSDV
before vaccination of FMD, sir. So that's the only solution, because we cannot go for combined vaccination. So we have to check for the LSDV, then that particular animals which are in incubation should be avoided. So that is the line of action, sir, can be taken up.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So,
And is there any, sir, one more,
yes, please.
yeah, usually we used to conduct FMD vaccine at the December end and the January, where we could not find any LSD cases. Can we shift the program to January or December like that, so that we can avoid incubation period of the LSDs? Because we'll be having more rainfall in May, June, July. When the rainfall is there, obviously the vectors will be more, as per my knowledge. And then the vector population is high, obviously LSD spreading and incubation will be high. So that if we avoid that time frame, can we have any solutions for shifting the FMD vaccines?
Dr. Nanbel? Yeah, I have.
It's working. Pallab sir, can you hear us?
Yes, yes, yes.
Pallab sir.
Yes, yes, you're able to hear?
Sir, your voice is very low actually, very feeble. We cannot hear much.
Hello.
Yeah, now it is clear,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Sir, and, Dr. Sridhar wants to know more about, like, he's
Yeah,
telling,
yeah.
since that LSD is also occurring, so can we like postpone a bit of that FMD vaccination and take it to December, January?
Yeah.
So is it possible?
Hello. FMD, it's already pre-planned.
Voice is not coming, sir.
Hello.
Dr. Gyankel, please speak loudly.
No, this is Dr. Bhanu Prakash.
Dr. Bhanu Prakash, sir, its voice is not coming.
Yeah. Now? Hello.
It's coming very feeble. Okay, you carry on, sir.
So this FMD vaccination, it's already pre-planned, and every 6 months you have to vaccinate, and that cannot be postponed. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please continue.
Hello.
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 Dr. Bhanu Prakash, please continue.
Yeah, FMD vaccination twice in a year we have to do, and that December, January, and then June, July. This plan is already given by department, and that we cannot postpone. For this LSD, we need to, I don't know what vaccine they are using, whether they are using goatpox or already released this LSD homologous vaccine. If they are following goatpox vaccine, goatpox vaccine, so whenever the outbreak is there, then before the outbreak, you have to follow vaccination. Hello.
Sir, your voice is very low actually. Dr. Sridhar, he's asking whether the LSD vaccination that you did, it was LSD vaccine or it was goatpox vaccine?
It was goatpox vaccine.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
Dr. Lucas.
rightly said by Bhanu Prakash. We need to, Dr. Bhanu Prakash referred that FMD vaccine, it's planned on December, January. So that's
Yeah,
what
twice in a year we have to vaccinate, but we cannot postpone because
Yeah,
these
that's to be
guidelines
done
are
in,
issued by Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India.
that's what it's been done in January and December and January.
Yes, yes.
But we did in the last month. We completed just.
Okay, that is scheduled. That we should not postpone.
No, we can shift it to December and January. It will be right time for animals to take care of the LSD.
No,
also.
but vaccine should be available. No? This vaccine is provided by Department of Animal Husbandry.
That's what my submission, sir. We can make available any logistical arrangements to make available availability of the vaccine at that time.
No, since it is pre-planned for postponement or preponement, I think you may have to discuss with the department.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So thank you, Dr. Sridhar. We have a number of questions in the chat box also. थोड़ा सा
Thank
ऊपर कर chat box को. Can you highlight identification of estrus in Indian breeds? Estrus synchronization asked by Dr. क्या लिखा है? Chandrakanta. Huh? Chidananda. Dr. Brijesh, you would like to answer? Narayan, Dr. Narayanan is there in Bangalore campus.
How to identify stress in indigenous?
Dr. Narayan.
I'm here, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Can you please repeat the question?
अरे तुम लोगों का क्या सिस्टम है? सिस्टम में कहाँ से बोल रहे हैं आप लोग?
आवाज ही नहीं आ रही.
और डिस्टरबेंस हो रही है आवाज में. ये कैन यू द आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ स्ट्रेस इन इंडियन, क्या लिखा है?
In Indian breeds, estrus synchronization is done.
स्ट्रेस सिंक्रोनाइजेशन.
Dr. Narayanan, your voice voice is also getting blurred, just like video. So some issue with the voice is.
Don't be loud, sir. Don't be loud. Close this.
No, it's not audible. हम डॉक्टर ब्रिजेश
कौन?
Am I audible, ma'am?
या हाँ अभी सुनाई पड़ रहा है. बोलो डॉक्टर नारायणन.
There are two approaches, madam.
Yeah.
Two approaches. If you are targeting the cycling animals, we have to go for PGF2 alpha. If the animals are not cyclic, we can go for GPG protocol, GNRH, 8 days after that PGF2 alpha, 2 days after PGF2 alpha, GNRH, GPG protocol. So these are all the two approaches you can say. Second approach is for animals that are not cycling, and the first approach is the animals for that are cycling. Third one is that nowadays cedar progesterone sponges are available, so that can be used either in cyclic as well as in the non-cyclic animal. These are all the three approaches with which we can synchronize the estrus in indigenous cows.
Thank you, Dr. Narayan. I think Dr. Chidananda, your query is solved. Next is Dr. C.G. Hiramat. How many more rounds of FMD vaccination has still should be carried? Already we are in FMD CP6. When should we expect first vaccination in market, then goat pox vaccination against LSD? So for LSD, we have already transferred the technology to 4 commercial houses. So I think.
Dr. Pallav. Dr. Pallav.
कौन है हीरामत? साइंटिस्ट कहाँ का? निवेदी में. अच्छा, तो डॉक्टर हीरामत is there?
Hello. Yeah.
Doctor.
Actually, we are in CPC 3rd, not in 6th level, as far as FMD vaccination is concerned and control is concerned. Regarding LST, we don't know. Time being, the goat pox vaccine is approved and that is being used. And the homologous vaccine, LST vaccine, it has been commercialized, but the commercial forms, we don't know when they are coming up.
Dr. Muthu, Dr. Pallav. आवाज नहीं आ रही वो.
रुक गया फिर से ब्रेक हो गया. फ्रीज हो गया फिर से. हो गया सर, हो गया. So I think Bengaluru campus again it is broken.
This LSD vaccine we have commercialized, and although we have commercialized to 4 various commercial houses, but one commercial houses they got the approval from this comptroller of drug. Comptroller drug, and they have also received the license, so they have the batches available for market also. So if department would like to purchase the LSD vaccines, they can purchase from Biovet, huh? Biovet.
So any other queries?
Chatbot देखो.
Chat box खोले. या और है क्या? नहीं है.
ठीक है.
ये क्या और ऊपर है क्या क्वेश्चन? और कुछ नहीं. Is any correlation between age of animal and incidence of first outbreak? LSD outbreak. Since nowadays more LSD outbreak in less than 1 year. So they are asking age of animal and incidence of LSD outbreak.
Dr. Dhar, बता दो.
Yeah, LSD outbreak can happen in less than 1 year also and adults also. Dr. Manjunath. Hello.
नेटवर्क ब्रेक हो गया उनका कैसे? हाँ वो है तो, लेकिन चल नहीं रहा है मुझे. नहीं चल तो रहा है. बेंगलुरु कैंपस है वो, देखो हमारा ही फोटो आ रहा है एक जगह और. माइक.
Hello. Madam, this is Dr. Meena from Karnataka. Madam, what we have observed is the adult animals which were vaccinated, outbreaks have not happened. It has happened because of the calves which were not vaccinated. So now we have outbreak in Bangalore urban district also. So we have advised to go for calves, heifers, and the adults which were left over in the earlier round. So that is our observation, ma'am.
They were not vaccinated first. Okay, thank you, madam. So, और क्या है इसके ऊपर भी? Yeah, there is a query. The name is Enigma. Yeah, any correlation studies between FMD and LSD? When FMD vaccination is carried out simultaneously, if LSD outbreak is seen, what has to be done and what not to be done? What is exact dose of LSD vaccine and specified period to repeat the vaccine using goatpox vaccine? Dr. Jagdish Mehti.
Dr. Dhar, दे दो.
Yeah, first thing what my colleagues from Bangalore also told that FMD and LSD vaccination should not be done simultaneously. So there should be at least minimum of 1 month. But in case you are vaccinating, first thing in the outbreak, LSD outbreak is going on there, the FMD vaccine should not be given. Once it subsides only, then only FMD vaccination should be done. Is that okay?
Actually,
What
they
is
are
the
not.
exact dose
They have
of
written
LSD
on the
vaccine?
box. They have not spoken.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Dr. Ramesh Todmani from the Department Section of Animal Disease Surveillance Scheme of Bangalore. Actually, during my tour to Gadag, Dharwad, and Bagalkot district, the cases of LSD were not only in the 1 year, below 1 year age group animals, and they were also in the vaccinated and vaccinated animals. So, but the severity is not as that was in the previous years. So, and also we are planning to vaccinate the animals from 25th of this month up to 5th of next month for a period of 11 days. So in this juncture, will you advise us whether we should go for vaccination or not from this month, 25th?
You are telling you a gap of only 11 days between FMD vaccination?
The vaccination program will be for a period of 11 days from 25th to FMD vaccination stops from this day. The campaign mode of FMD vaccination for the 6th round is over this day. This day it is over.
And we are planning to vaccinate the animals from the 25th of this month up to 5th of next month. It will be for a period of 11 days. Using goatpox vaccine.
Okay, after FMD vaccination, you are planning to do immediately that goatpox vaccination, isn't it?
From 25th of this month.
Give a gap of at least 1 month. 3 weeks to 1 month, you give a gap and then you apply this LSD vaccine.
Hello. Yeah, both the viruses are different. Only thing you have to take care of some gap, like 3 weeks is enough. 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. So first, if you are vaccinated against FMD, that's fine. So maybe after 3 weeks, you can go for LSD. Only thing LSD, I don't know what doses they have fixed. Normally it is 3.51 dose. We have to give 10 doses, like 4.5 TCAD if you give, it will protect from that. This is what
So there is another question. Can we undertake LSD vaccination in the phase of LSD outbreak?
It is not recommended. When a LSD outbreak is going on, then there should not be any vaccination to those animals.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Sir, this is Dr. Matti from Gadag. See, what is the exactly preferred dose of LSD vaccine? Preferred dose, whether
Vaccine or goatpox vaccine?
yeah, using goatpox vaccine.
If you go through literature, usually it is more. For goatpox in goats, we use 2.5 to 3.3 TCAD, not less than 3 TCAD. So
No, sir, in large animals, in cattle, what is the preferred
that's
dose?
what I am telling. 10 times. 10 times it's 1000 TCAD into 100. That is 4000. So 10 raised to 4 or 4.5 should be enough. And protection is
Goatpox vial contains 10 dose. It is 10 dose for goats, but for cattle it is only 1 dose.
It depends. It depends on the manufacturer. They formulate according to the requirement. So since it's a live virus, we need to have 10 dose. 10 dose in the sense 10 TCAD. This one. Yeah. 10 times the recommended dose.
Sir, what we have observed is when we have given the 2 ml, we have found a better protection.
Not in terms of ml, it should be in terms of TCAD. So in 1
And
ml, prescribed 3.5.
2 ml means 2 ml contains how much doses?
4.5.
And what is the specified period to repeat the vaccine? Whether after 6 months or after 1 year or how, sir?
LSD?
Yeah, LSD in large
Yeah,
animals.
normally it is recommended after 1 year. So protection may be around 8 to 10 months, not more than that. Though it is live vaccine, not like a goatpox or sheeppox.
Dr. Arnab
Thank you, sir.
of Regional Station, Kolkata.
Yeah,
Sir,
ma'am.
yeah, you want to say something because you have shared me the guidelines of. Yeah.
Because, Dhar sir, there was a guideline by DADF that the simultaneous vaccination for FMD and LSD can be done. And another thing is that the dose is actually 10 power 3.5 TCID 50, which is there in 1 ml. But like as the doctor was just telling, the 2 ml offers a better protection. So I think that the dose is more or less linked with the titer of the vaccine. So I just shared with Roopsi ma'am the DADF guideline regarding simultaneous, because FMD control program should not be affected by LSD vaccination. And there are several published papers also which says that both these vaccines have no adverse effect or no contradiction between each other. So that is the information I wanted to just share.
So we will share the guidelines that you have given us in the chat box.
Yeah, ma'am.
We'll share it here.
Yeah.
इसमें डाल देते हैं. So what is the current treatment line of LSD? Treatment line for LSD?
There's no treatment. There's no treatment as of now for LSD.
Treatment of symptoms maybe. Symptomatic
Not
treatment.
only palliative, the vaccination is the better strategy. Given to vaccination.
If you manipulate, it's full blown case. If you manipulate, it will again spread the disease.
Any other questions? Any scientist who is joined online from medicine division, HD medicine, Dr. B Mandal, DP Mandal? Anyone joined online from medicine division? Dr. Akhilesh? Yeah, Dr. Dayamay.
Sir, we have seen in the our Eastern Regional Station of NDRI that LSD there is the abscess formation. So symptomatic treatment like abscess dressing of the wound is very essential, and use of high antibiotics for 4 to 5 days was necessary. So this type of treatment can be done.
Any other queries? Yeah, please see the guidelines we have shared just now in the chat box. The treatment line is also there. Dr. Dechamma, we cannot hear you.
Ma'am, it's in addition to Dr. Dayamay, sir, what the treatment for LSD depends mainly the what kind of clinical form the animal is showing. If it is mainly the respiratory form, then we have to go for the bronchodilators along with the antibiotics and inflammatory. And if it is only the skin form, then along with the antibiotics which are mainly effective to treat the dermatological infections, those we have to choose. And along with this, we have to choose the we have to give ivermectin or any other topical anti-insecticide spray and all to prevent the secondary marathon or any abscess and all. And if there is limb edema, that form of the LSD also we are seeing mainly young animals and our desi breeds. So if there is any edema is associated with the LSD, then the vets along with these treatments they can use the diuretics also. So these are the guidelines which are given for the LSD. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Priyanka. So I think the query is solved. One more question is there on the chat box by Dr. Savita. Treatment for chronic pneumonia in sheep and goat. Sheep and goat showing great AMR in Karnataka region. So Dr. Priyanka, would you like to respond?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
The major problem the sheep and goat they face is pneumonia. That is because of the their higher susceptibility, and the preventive measure for this pneumonia, either it is acute or the chronic in case of sheep and goat, is to provide the proper ventilation and to care and to provide the extra warmness we have to maintain in the animal houses, especially during the rainy and the winter season. And apart from that, whatever the antimicrobials we will use. So nowadays there are some topical nebulizing formulations are available to treat for the sheep and goat. So that will affect, it will be useful in combating the AMR. So this is about the treatment of pneumonia.
Thank you, Dr. Priyanka. So do we have any other queries? वो तो हो गया ना? How can we manage edema in LSD? That just Priyanka has told how to manage that. Any other questions?
Yeah, madam.
Yes, please.
I am Dr. Gopal from Bangalore campus.
Yes, Dr.
Control of veterinary drugs in India.
Now the voice is echoing. Please repeat.
Quality control of veterinary drugs.
Yeah, quality control in?
Veterinary drugs.
Quality control of veterinary drugs. What do you want to do that?
Is there any quality control wing of veterinary drugs?
Yes, Dhar sir, please.
Yes, doctor, veterinary drugs means vaccines and also medicines you are referring to? You're referring to vaccines?
Both, sir. Drugs and vaccines.
Yeah, vaccines and all other biologicals, antigens, antisera, that we are doing at IVRI, Translation Division.
Veterinary drugs, sir.
Vaccines.
Veterinary medicines.
Medicines, it is chemical testing is done by the companies. It is not, there is no regulatory so far in the country.
That's what I am asking, sir. Why can't you have one veterinary control, quality control wing?
Quality control wings for this medicines.
Veterinary medicines.
Yes, sir.
Then one more question, sir. Why can't we go for oral vaccines?
What vaccine?
I think oral vaccines.
Oral
For what? For which disease?
FMD, LSD, or other. Is it possible? Can we think?
Yeah, it is possible, definitely possible. We are trying for developing oral vaccines for classical swine fever. Also, some research is going on at IVRI to develop oral vaccine for rabies. LSD, FMD is not possible, but LSD, theoretically it is possible, but somebody has to take up and.
You think of quality control of veterinary medicine, sir, in future. Because we don't have any quality control of veterinary medicine wing in India.
Yeah, you are right. You are right.
And one more question, sir. Do we have any marketing strategies of livestock products other than milk?
Marketing strategy for livestock products other than milk.
Yeah, we have organized way of milk marketing.
Yes.
We have it in other activities, other products, meat, egg.
Yeah, actually, now many private players, they are coming up. So you can contact them and you can advise the farmer so they can contact them. So, and also in many state department also, so they are having that state. So in actually, what you actually want to ask, can you specify your question? Actually, you can advise your farmer that they can, like, for example, let us take example of male buffalo calf. So at present, farmer, they are not rearing up to the required age. So they are not taking care of male buffalo calf. So if you can advise farmers, so if they can raise male buffalo calf up to 200 or 300 kg body weight, so up to one year or 1.5 years of age, and if they'll be marketing at that age, so definitely there are many export-oriented slaughterhouses are there. So if they will be getting raw material, so and farmer will be also getting good remuneration from that. So you need to ask that private player first. They can have that this backward linkage with the farmer. So that is the only possible solution at present.
There is another question. We have done FMD vaccination for 4 to 8 month calf. We have to do booster FMD vaccination after 21 days, but now LSD vaccination started. Shall we continue with LSD vaccination or FMD booster? So we have just shared the guidelines. So I think you please go through the guidelines, and guidelines are very clearly stated by the DADF on how to proceed for the vaccination. So do we have any other questions?
Madam,
Yes.
what about generic veterinary medicines?
Generic
Like,
medicines.
yeah, like human generic medicines.
Yeah, Dr. Mandal, Dr. Dayamay Mandal, and Dr. Priyanka. You are, yeah.
Yeah, in veterinary medicine, generic is not very much popular till date. So whatever the available drug is in the market, we can use. But generic, there is not much development like human medicine.
When when specific LSD vaccine will be released? Vaccine is already released and it is like it has been transferred to the commercial houses, 4 commercial houses, and I think one has already taken all the license. So it depends on the government now to procure from the commercial house. So it will be immediately in the market within few, I think maybe a 1 month, 1 month. Yeah.
I have a question to the sir, doctor. I did not notice the name. Who are referring to the veterinary medicines. You are asking whether there's QC quality control of medicines are done in the country or not for veterinary medicines. I would like to ask, have you come across any substandard drugs in the field for that prompted you to ask this question? Seriously, we would like to know that if there is any dispute or any substandard medicines you have come across, then we would like to know and we can put forward. We can think on it. From IVRA Bangalore. No link.
For that, how do I know whether they are effective or not? Because of that.
Yeah, please repeat, your voice is not clear.
Veterinary medicines. Can you think?
We could not.
Voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking. We are not able to hear the whole query.
We don't know effectiveness of the drugs available in India, veterinary medicines.
Now, I would like to specifically know which medicines you have come across that it may be of substandard quality or something like that.
Dr. Dhar.
Yes.
Dhar, my submission is that if there is a substandard medicine or any drugs, so where to report or what is the process for rectifying the condition?
To the local drug inspector.
Okay.
There's a local drug inspector, state drug inspectors. So they have to refer to them and they will refer to the CDSCO. Finally, it may come to us or whosoever is doing that testing, that will go there.
Okay.
So with these questions, I think there may be many more, but since we are now lacking time and we are running behind the time, now we are closing the technical session 2, and we will request the veterinarians who are present online or offline that if in future or now you have any queries, please post them to us. You can send it to the Joint Director Bengaluru campus, or you can send it directly to IVRI, and we'll take care of your queries because we are here to mainly do research and take care of the suggestions that are coming from the field. So with this, I thank the chairperson of this particular technical session, Dr. Pallab Chaudhary, who is also the chairperson of this technical session, and co-chairperson, Dr. Bablu Kumar. Sir, Dr. Pallab, sir, would you like to speak? It's disconnected? Okay. So, yeah, and I think the rapporteurs have taken a note of the questions and queries. If we need to address some researchable issues and take care of that. Dr. Bablu, he is the co-chair. Okay. So then we thank all the chairperson, co-chairpersons, rapporteur and coordinator of this particular technical session 2. And we thank all the veterinary officers who have spoken aloud their queries and their questions, or who have written on the chat box, and those who have not written, but in future, if you have the queries, you are welcome. Please send them to us. So with this, thank you very much. Now I request Honorable Director, sir, for his concluding remarks.
Thank you. Now we have come to the end of program. Today we have discussed in detail about the significant problems of the livestock facing by all our veterinary officials. We have also discussed the requirement of the state, and some important issues have also been flagged. How best we can have a greater collaboration with the State Line Department of the Karnataka in order to serve livestock owner in a better way. So, first of all, I would like to give a thanks to department, especially Madam Sirupa, and also the Director Animal Husbandry, Government of Karnataka, for making us this important workshop possible. So, coming to the point that whatever the issues raised by our officials working in the field, facing various kind of problems, having different kind of the queries in the mind, and they have also responded, raised queries through our chatbot. So our colleagues from Bengaluru campus and also the colleagues from Ajitnar campus, they have tried to solve their queries, and my submission to all the officials, because it is a continuous process. They may have the questions in their mind in future also, and they may face the problems while they are working in the field also, and they may also encounter some of the disease which are not common. So my submission to the officials, try to contact with our the campus, Bengaluru campus, through mail or through telephonic contact, and you may also make a linkages with our headquarters, either through the mail of the Director IVRI or through the mail of Joint Director Extension Education. You may also suggest some of the important issues which you encounter in future, which in real sense to be solved. You may also suggest us some of the important need of the Karnataka and the researchable issues of the for the Karnataka. Although we have received the important problems of the Karnataka through your Google response, and we have also enlisted all your requirement, and what would we, whenever some of the problems are, we have a solution, and through our technology, the technologies which have been delivered right now by Dr. Anuj, and some of the problems have been given like poisoning, and the poisoning, that my submission to officials who have responded regarding these problems, they may further elaborate the problems, the poisoning, kind of poisoning, or the poisoning due to the grazing or due to the feeds and fodder. So these kind of poisoning can only be focused if the proper sampling is made and submitted to our CADRED division, CADRED Joint Directorate. We have a full-fledged lab to identify the cause of poison, but they have to share the sample. But we have sometimes the poisoning of you see, not due to this feed and fodder, the region may be the other. So this has to be elaborated when when the colleagues is sharing the detailed information with the IVRI. And the problems related to repeat breeding, mastitis, and other thing, I think solutions are still available, and the specific solutions we are on job. We will be providing near future. And that the other problems like tick infestation, and we have the technologies, we have the herbal formulations. So you can go visit our websites or the applications which we have prepared. We have developed regarding the technologies and services provided by IVRI. So you can go through our applications and see that what are the technologies suitable for you, and how these technologies can be procured, and how this technology can be beneficial for the specific problem. So many things we are already developed for the feasibility of the officials. And other important point I would like to share that number of mobile applications we have developed regarding the capacity building of our veterinary officials, especially related to various kind of health and production problems, and also the other services and technologies available with the IVRI. So we have the around 24 our mobile applications. Kindly go through whatever you required, and you will find the solution in our applications. And if you don't find the solution in applications, kindly share the solutions with the concerned officials. We would like to respond accordingly. So, and the last, my submission to the officials as well as to the department, that now time has come that the capacity building of the officials is much more important, and also the updation of the knowledge and the refresher courses, customized training programs as per the requirement are necessary for capacity building of the officials. Kindly go through our websites, a number of certificate courses, vocational courses we have defined as per the current requirement of the country. So try to participate either physically or online. So a total number of 68 our certificate courses, vocational courses we have identified for the officials working the field. And in addition to this, a total number of 22 various PG diploma have also been identified. So around out of these 22, 5 we have already continuing as a continuing veterinary education through online. So you just see that in what way you can collaborate with the IVRI, and as per the expectations and the requirement of the state, you can also suggest the state how best we can have a greater collaborations with the IVRI. So this is the first interaction which we have made, and this is a successful interactions. Our officials, they have attended very well, and suggested some of the important points also. So my submission again to all of you, kindly have a greater linkages with the campus of IVRI Bengaluru campus and also the Izzat Nagar headquarters, so that we can work together for the livestock owner, and also we can solve some of the issues of the states, and we can also have some of the problems in our researchable agenda. So this is, I think, in detail, and this can be further enhanced if we will have a greater linkages together. So I think in the last, I am really grateful to the government of Karnataka, especially the Commissioner, Madam Srirupa, and also the Director of Animal Husbandry, Dr. Manjunath. And the team of Mukteswar campus, Bengaluru campus, they are really done a wonderful job, and they have made possible to interact with the officials, and the team of Dr. Pallab Chaudhary is highly, you see, the contribution is highly acknowledged, and especially Dr. Pallab Chaudhary, Dr. Manjunath, and Dr. Priyanka, and also Dr. Narayan, and the other our colleagues who have presented Dr. Srinivas and also responded the queries of our officials. We also acknowledge the contributions of our Joint Directorate of Extension and Education and her team to facilitate this important workshop. And we also grateful to all our distinguished head of divisions and joint director colleagues who made it possible out of their busy schedule to attend this very important workshop. So in the last, we are really grateful to all of you. Thank you very much.
So thank you, sir. So we have reached to the end of this very informative and successful workshop. Now it's time to put on record the formal vote of thanks. First and foremost, we are highly indebted and thankful to Madam Srirupa, Commissioner Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Science, Government of Karnataka, for sparing her valuable time to grace this event. My heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Director, Dr. Devendra sir, for sharing his valuable insights and consistently motivating us to engage with the stakeholders through these type of events. I am highly thankful to Dr. Manjunath S. Palegar, Director Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Science, Government of Karnataka, for flagging the genuine issue and expectation from IVRI. My sincere thanks to Madam Roopsi Tiwari, Joint Director Extension Education, for meticulous planning and execution of the event. My special thanks to Dr. Pallab sir, Joint Director Bengaluru campus, and his entire team for painstakingly organizing this event. My sincere thanks to Dr. S.K. Singh sir, Joint Director Research and Chairman of Technical Session, Dr. S.K. Mendiratna sir, Dr. YPS Malik sir, Dr. Sohini madam, Dr. Arnab Sen, all the heads of the division and regional centers, and all the participants for their active participation and input in the event. And I owe my special thanks to all the speakers, chairman, co-chairman, reporter for smoothly navigating this technical session and proving their expert insights on the very relevant topics. Most importantly, my heartfelt thanks to all the participants from the State Veterinary Department for actively participating and sharing their valuable issues and problems at the field level. At the end, I thank all the organizing team from the IVRI Bengaluru campus and Izzat Nagar campus. Thank you, one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to IVRI Bengaluru campus and the whole team.
Yeah.